I was having a bad stomachache. So I went to the hospital. So see, of course, watachukua stool sample.
It's giving Mwass.
Oh yes. It's not giving Mwass. It's cases of Mwass. We have known mpembili.
We have nene. Would you date someone who's 50 now?
No. The oldest I can go right now is probably 40 and
no,
imagine
40
no.
ni sawa.
Dude, I'm turning 29. 40 for me kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
We are talking life advice. No time to catch a mob.
Watch I boil.
And I think also it's nice to keep sort of switching up the show.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, bringing new ideas, new things to the show. It keeps guys going. Otherwise, it can get boring.
Yeah.
Even you guys can get bored doing this.
Even as
Kwanza last year, I was getting really tired. Yeah. I was getting burnt out. And I was like, how many more times can I hear Ben giving this story?
Like
mnafanya for life. Story zote. Watu wapya but wewe uko tu. It's like they my dad the same stories.
Yeah. Same stories like Jesus.
Now you brought your friend. Yeah. Unajua nilikuwa mwalimu like I was in a play.
She's more of a texter. So even to date, she's the one who texts the good night. Hey, me nilikuwa na blunder, man. So I guess me, I'm very good at apologizing.
That's
Juna.
So you just have to be good at apologizing. Otherwise, wale kongatua sorry. Good night ya jana yenye imeandikwa I miss you, love you so much. May God grant you good dreams. Ona amka like ndio na cheki. Over 26. This is the Baga Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club. Over 26.
Welcome back to
The mics are cool.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand. What up, my name is Chaxy, the mastermind German guy, the Lord Chaxy, the beautiful Mariah is around, the amazing masters around, the whole gang is around, episode 157. We're Mark Chuck! The mbona sasa napiga gunshots. And it goes out saying, Joyride is in the building with you. What up, guys?
How are you?
It's been a long time.
That's true.
The guy who never looks at his email. Mister, I'll get back to you.
But you were wrong for texting him. You were wrong for texting him.
I should have just...
You should have known.
Yeah.
You should have known.
And then he just kept dragging me. I'm like, okay. How you harder to get Daniel?
No, I'm not. We are not harder to get. I'm just. It was just not the right time, guys. I'm a person of seasons.
Okay,
and I'm here to talk about seasons. You're talking about the wrong things, you know? It's about seasons, but I'm happy.
My availability.
Yeah.
It's about my ability to avail myself.
But I'm happy to be here. I think we've done so many things with Chaxy. Chaxy tumedoana, sijui wapi, man.
Bro, KU.
Hey. Oh, guys don't even know you are in KU.
We used to host a show together, no?
We were supposed to, and then you ghosted me.
And I didn't.
Oh, let's settle that here.
I think we did one episode.
We did one episode.
Yeah.
Wow, this was KU Radio.
Yeah,
No.
it was KU Radio.
Unverified.
It wasn't KU Radio.
Runda huko ndani. You don't remember?
No, but
Baka
that's unverified. That's
KU Radio
insane.
we did one show on KU Radio.
Yeah, we
I think
did
that's
one
first
show.
time we
Yeah.
Nani alighost me?
What happened?
Not me.
So after KU Radio, first things first. Wanjiru is
Yeah, I remember.
Wanjiru is the first person I ever met who just told me she wants to do YouTube. This is 2015. I'm like,
Yep.
Girl.
Yep.
Really?
I'm like,
Yep.
All I had was a dream.
And I think I even came to 2 of your shoots. There's a shoot you did with, what's the name of, how do I forget his name?
George.
The comedian. George
Murumba.
I think you guys are talking about
KU campus,
uni.
yeah.
Then kuna ingine ulishutuko kwa teachers quarters somewhere.
Yeah.
There are things we were doing there. And I remember when Shiro, that same time alikuwa ananiambia she wants to do YouTube full time.
Yeah.
Now me,
full time.
hey,
So I'm telling you. That's
alafu mimi na mdate. Sasa mimi nimekuwa artist, nimekuwa kwa YouTube, nimeona venye kuna koga kuhard. Niko like
Full time.
hey,
you to go like, I try kuna Duolingo.
yeah. So I remember, yeah, can you imagine? So I remember suggesting to her that maybe one of the things we need to do to increase her to kuinua brand yake, we print a lot of flyers, write them WANJIRU NJIRU, subscribe, we take them to KU, take them to SIU, take them to JKUAT.
Immediately
Akasema hiyo ni
no.
ukienyeji.
Lakini hapo ulikuwa mama nje.
Yeah, hiyo ilikuwa kuma nje.
Yeah, so no.
That's crazy.
Bundles.
And she literally set it up and then she rolled. Because what did you study?
Economics and finance.
And you did political science.
I did political science, yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
alimaliza straight YouTube.
Yeah.
Did you look for a job?
No.
Nothing.
It was the greatest economic decision. Natumia degree yako.
Haingewak though. Hiyo degree haingewak.
Nah, bro.
Mlikuwa mnashoot na nini hiyo time?
Phone.
Phone yangu.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Phone yako.
Some very
Wait,
small
but George
phone.
had a camera.
George had a camera, but we weren't shooting consistently with George.
Okay.
So when George is not available,
You'd use the phone.
Yeah.
Ben's phone.
Nilikuwa msoa production. It was a J5. It was a J5. Remember J5?
J5 zilikuwa noma. J5 zilikuwa J1.
Zilikuwa zina overheat.
Yeah.
Ushamaliza 25 minutes kwanza watu wa battery.
Inaekwa kwa ice.
Kutoa simu battery.
Nata sidhani tulikuwa na tripod. So like someone had to
tripod.
hold it.
But those are some of the good days.
Yeah.
When simu ikihanga mikisumbua na tatu back.
Yeah, it just opened everything. Put it in rice.
Ama overheat unaitoa unaziweka kando.
Like you can disintegrate everything, make it back together.
Yeah.
So that's
Lakini ilikuwa mbaya, simu yako ikianguka kila kitu inaenda kila mahali.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
embarrassing. It was
Yeah.
embarrassing.
But also, that's the time now we just come from that huge like gospel explosion phase.
Yes, now gospel was it was there.
Si mulileta Willy Paul akafanya ile kitu.
Wapi yuko?
Mulileta Willy Paul akafanya ile kitu kwa hiyo industry.
You see, I feel like gospel industry ilikuwa na like a moment of glory. I think wase wakachizi kiasi. The money was too much. Man.
Yeah.
You know
The money was
Me, I used to go
good.
for TSO.
Oh really?
It's the only time I was allowed to go out at night. You're gonna end up
But it used to happen once a year.
December,
Yeah,
no.
December.
You know, like you're 16, you can't go out overnight.
All right.
Ukiambia mama yako.
Ni charge.
Kana Yesu anakubali.
Ule uwe majia.
Tebona Unisingeria Club. I will be at the altar.
Alafu anaandika hapo hizo mavitu poa za Bible, the deliverance shall be done. Amba ticket ni how much? Sijui ni so nane unapewa hadi pesa ya pizza. Kumbe pia wewe unapanga demu yako. Mnaingia TSO kutafuta giza.
By the way, that's what used to happen a lot.
It was bad.
Kunuje kamizo gigs overnight the
I used to see those
gospel.
on TV because I was not in Nairobi.
Bro.
Oh,
Where were you?
Okay.
Me, I was
Mimi hadi nani amefanya niokoke mara
I
mbili.
came to Nairobi.
Nani?
Ule alikuwa la cray.
La Cray.
I went to a La Cray concert.
The one in Mavuno.
Mavuno.
116.
He made us delete all our secular music from our phones.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Maza alafu najua time kuna ngoma 7 max. Kuna Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
Umezitoa tubidi.
Wayne, lollipop, maza. Kumbe msanii ataka tu to make space yangu maza.
No, but okay, those times he really had both.
Yeah.
Think Rehab, Gani, he had
Yeah,
nice
he had
song.
some cool
They are
songs.
bangers.
Yeah, good
So after he
songs.
performs the songs and then that revival time. Najua menda watu watatu then time ya kuokoka kujeni hapa mbele wawili wanaenda. Sasa wewe umebaki hapo alafu asema.
FOMO ya kuokoka.
Alafu asema zile za the devil is talking to you. I'm not going to pray for all of this if you're not coming. Wako tu hivi.
So alafu kutokelezea.
Mimi niliokoka.
Let's talk about some of our fun experiences. I want to hear your experiences. And then Mwass, we have to remind us about that South Soul one. That one stands out. The Soul Fest one, sorry. The Soul Fest one. And then Mariah will talk about the blankets one.
You're talking about like podcast
That's fun
interaction.
fun
experiences.
encounters.
I want to hear fun encounters.
Fun
as well.
encounter. You go first.
So like when I have met a fan and it
Just
was just
any interesting,
interesting.
yeah.
Interesting
So there was one time I was having a bad stomachache. So I went to the hospital. So see, of course, watachukua stool sample.
Giving Mwass.
Oh, yes.
It's not giving Mwasa. Msikizo za Mwasa sema huyo mnono mpe mbili.
Wewe mnene tulikuwa kwa sema Kiswahili sanifu jamani.
Watu wanadungwa sindano moja moja daktari anasema huyo mnene mpe mbili.
Mazel love is hey. Anyway,
Anyway, back to you, Ben.
Oh my God.
it's not revisit there.
That was so funny.
Guys, don't talk about my trauma.
Yeah. So I've gone to the hospital and now they're asking me for a stool test. So she gives me that bottle thing. She's not said she knows me, but eventually ananiambia na Ben usinijazie shit hapa. I was like, man, tuko host.
Decorum.
So it was really funny. I
But
didn't
this
have a-
only do?
Nilicheka tu off. Ilikuwa awkward hata kurudisha. It was very awkward kurudisha.
Oh my God.
I saw on Twitter someone said the first time I was using this thing nilijaza. I talk like, oh my God, me too.
No, but honestly, they need to find a different way to do that shit.
Just say scoop with the spoon.
Like,
No, they need to find a different way.
Show me another way, Chaxy. Unless you put on the microscope.
No, just say scoop with the spoon.
Hapo tu kwa microscope. Wanatoka na microscope hivi.
So for me that was a very interesting and weird fun encounter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ebu, you guys go. Me, I can't remember any. I'm trying to remember.
Let's do Sol first.
No, before let me do a short one. Let me do the short one where we're at what was it? Gondwana. And then someone came and said they love your songs.
What's Gondwana?
Gondwana is
I see.
Yeah, it's a concert.
Yeah,
Mainly a house concert. So Afro house, deep house, Afro check.
It's very nice. Yeah, in a lyrics, so see
Shetani.
See a Shetani.
It's just the music.
I'm going to hell for.
But I'm sure this was one of those gigs where everybody's very well dressed, everybody's vibing.
The vibe is always mwah.
Just check even on Instagram. Everyone looks so swag.
How often does it happen?
Happens every month.
Okay.
Went for Blinky's listening party.
Ooh, at the mall.
Hey, Mazé was all come dressed.
Hey, Nairobi.
Squeeze it on my events.
If you don't match up, you can get
Nairobi people don't care.
So then the guy came and said they love all your songs. And then you're telling them, I'm not a musician. Bro, I'm telling you, I love all your songs. I love Chaxy saying, yeah, Ati, sing for me one. So Ali do. Sally said, I love your songs, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
And speaking of Gondwana, I think another awkward one, we were the three of us and a few friends. So this guy came, so excited. Oh my God, you guys, Mazé, I love your pod. I love your pod. We're like, hey, mics are open, bana. You,
Yeah, like I'm confused.
Yeah,
but that, we're all just like,
so Soulfest.
No.
We've done like a small cassette up where we were recording, like, just up above. So see, I think it was after we've recorded because it was at night. So the setup is still there. So guys are just lounging there. Then this old Karen comes around. She's a white babe. She just looks like problems, but not at first. She comes, she rolls around, and then she
has a notebook.
Because she's been everywhere. There's something. She's writing something down. Yeah. So I was like, you have that app on your phone, but I can't. She chomored her glasses and she was like, what's going on here? And me, so
all you guys already on set.
Yeah, but we are scattered. So Chaxy's maybe there, Mariah somewhere else. Me, I was the one closest to
her. Look on the checkmates too. So everyone just
so me see interest. I was like, okay. So I was like, we have a podcast. It's called Mic Check. And then she was like, tell me more about it. And I'm like, yeah, we just discuss current affairs. We have some guests on it. And I said, oh, so you're doing, we've already done the episode. I can remember. And then she just called some guys. He's a rapper. Not the best, but
Yeah, I know. Not the best, but
do the full time.
Well, all the best.
I'm talking block.
On inheritance. So anyway, this mama says she runs a management agency, and this is one of the artists. So we introduce each other in Nini. So in the interest of introducing each other, I'm like, Chaxy is over here, and this is our co-host and producer. So because they're like, we can do a partnership or whatever. So because I'm switch contacts. Then this mama says, I had to come in and do this because you Africans don't know how to do this thing well. Chaxy mpiga about 10.
Yeah, I left
military.
Hata ukumuongelesha?
See, but Mwass and I'm engaged. But I'm like,
I was in so much shock. I was like, let me see how deep this goes.
Ndio collaborators walianza.
Mimi niko collaborate. There's no I'm going to the forest to eat leaves. Na hapa napewa juice.
Na baiskeli.
Na baiskeli. Na baiskeli na juice.
Baiskeli na juice.
Na mkitoka kwa shamba, mimi ndo niko na shamba. Anyway, so I think I just spoke to her for like 2 seconds to just figure out was that statement by accident? Mama, what did you mean? Because she's like, yeah, we are all about streamlining the business. Yeah, so we're doing a couple of things. So hopefully maybe we'll reach out.
Yeah. I think also the other thing you missed is even before I made the U-turn, is she was talking about how she's going to make him the biggest star in Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where is
this
he
my
now?
notice. Well, I don't even
How many
for thought.
views on YouTube?
Like zilikuwa kama hao wawili na family. But pia hakuwa amekasana, ilikuwa like a 6-month-old song.
Was he like an old guy, young?
He was a youngin. You could tell he's hungry, but now food is not going to come through that. You know what I mean? He had the hunger. We were talking about this, Jana. Like, me, I'm very passionate about like a certain thing, but I can't do it commercially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, like, I'll make money to do this.
Facts.
Like, me, napenda kucheza chess, but utainiona tenda kwa grandmaster.
Yeah.
Niko like Z.
Yeah. The blankets one.
Oh my god.
And then if you have another one, we'd love to hear.
This is recent. So we're at blankets.
The blankets are juicy.
So, because at this point, Chaxy ashalala mteja, everybody's just over it, we're ready to leave.
We're actually leaving.
So this guy spots us at a perfect, spots us as we're just about to leave. So we're thinking it's going to be like a quick, hey, love you guys are there, bounce. So we're standing, he's like, oh guys, love your pod, blah, blah, but I have a few notes. We say,
like,
okay, cool.
What's up? He leans closer, bro.
Mwass, I'll start with you.
Maybe naangalia around my Mwass.
Bro, you know,
I have a
out
few
of the two
notes.
of them, you're the one with the middle finger. Put it in their face. Put it in their face. So first we're all confused. So Mwass
Up to
is
date,
like,
sijui anamaanisha
Mwass
nini.
is like,
I also
Mwass
don't
is
know
just
what
nodding and nodding. So now he keeps shoving him. Remember, it's been raining.
We're shoving him like literally.
Where
Like,
it's so slight, but remember, like if you shove at a slight shove, utaanguka. Mwass is literally fighting for his life.
I held
being
Mwass,
shoved
bro.
back, bro. So I think so we're like, so Mwass is like, bro, just speak like I can hear you. What's mistake? Just grab Mwass by the collar.
Bro, this nigga almost kissed me or headbutted me. I wasn't sure, but I came
Bro.
so close.
yeah.
If you're gonna be an asshole, be a big asshole. There's nothing big. There's nothing nice than being a big asshole. You can't be small, brother. So Chuck is like, okay, bro, we need to leave. No, stand there. Even you have notes for you.
And then it doesn't help that none of us can fight. Because me was like, I was really mad.
None of you can fight.
Bro, I don't have
Went
knuckles.
on. He moves to Chaxy.
so soft.
Bro, that face massage.
Bro.
Nilikuwa nasema like nasikia kupiga mse ngumi.
Honestly, and it was the same thing over and over. Moves to Chaxy
With
says
notes.
the same.
Over and over.
Okay, I think for Chaxy, I think he noticed like, wait, and you gonga. Let me just stay
Hey.
put. Says what he needed to say, but Chaxy's like, bro, we need to bounce. So Chaxy's like, Mariah, let's go. No. You wait there. Even I'm not done with you.
Excuse me.
Cool. Wraps up with Chaxy, comes to me. He's like, you need to speak more. Maze, listen, even you have the female middle finger. Chaxy's like, bro, we need to bounce.
This is
Sasa mpaka
not
fingers ziko na gender.
We need to bounce. We need to bounce. Yeah. Nah, he was doing the most for real.
Okay, that's
Remind you
what
that
he
you
was
all
drunk
have
though.
forgotten.
Yes. But the fact that all his statements were,
Yeah.
like, just
He
to
was
say he was a
cohesive.
good tipsy, yeah.
No, and he was too aggressive.
Oh, okay.
He was too
Ni
aggressive.
wale wasiwafai kunywa pombe mbele ya watu.
Money jabber.
Jaba
I think I'll con many things.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Because even the
Audacity
eyes, they were
was
so
having a
bad.
good time.
Like, hey,
Audacity
bro.
Audacity was the most potent. Alafu Gwethe. But mnasahau ile yetu, the most interesting one we had was online. When he hosted our first Zoom call.
Who?
Your first?
Zoom call. We hang out with just guys.
Checkmates, yeah.
So we forgot to put a password on the thing or like a lock.
Yeah.
You know that thing that happened
Randos.
at the Gava thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we in here, we just see guys, alafu all of a sudden. I'm like, whose hand is this?
We were ambushed
Guys were
by
just-
We were ambushed by those guys who...
Spots that they masturbate and see they do
Yeah.
things.
Like there's just
Bro.
guys like masturbating on the line.
And it was, when I tell you it was endless, it was endless.
We had to create the whole thing.
the whole thing,
Do a
yeah.
new link, put a password, and then ask everyone to verify themselves before
Yeah.
you come in. And then I think, because bado mwingine alikuwa anaingia like weird names like John. I'm like,
Yeah, so any name-
Not you. Not you.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Been through a lot.
But those are just a few. For most of them,
Yeah.
bro, I think we have, genuinely speaking, and
Good
this happens all the
interactions.
time. We
Yeah.
even last night. I love our checkmates. Bro.
Yeah.
Those
Oh, yeah.
guys, they hold us down so
Proper.
much. And wakitupata, they'll always stop us, say hello. Some of them will be nice. Of course, the issue with events is earlier when you get into events, everyone is nice, quick, have fun, nice to meet you. Can we take a picture?
When the drinks
As
set
the night
in,
gets
That's when
crazy
they
and
get
as guests
really
get drunk,
gets crazy.
now I'm like, where's Phil? Pick a picture now. Now I can't even see.
Anataka kujua.
Guys, you know that Sifuna episode? I'm like, bro, Blink is
Episode of
Jana, when you're playing
Not
Gora,
now.
and it's the one song I was looking forward to Chaxy playing. And I'm listening, I'm telling this babe, I really love this song, Chaxy is playing it for me. I feel like I'm disturbing you.
Please feel.
I'm gonna go now.
And act on
But
it.
one more hug. Alafu, Chaxy bado acheza, go run, no. Udema like, can I get your phone? I record him. They've done that to me before by there.
Mwass, you know better.
That's iPhone 14 Pro.
wild.
Checkmates came at
Checkmate
let's
stole his phone.
Bro.
Weekender.
Kuna wild experiences.
Baka katambia ati we are going to airdrop ourselves. Alafu sasa mimi nimesalimia hao wengine hivi nikiangalia hivi.
Phone is gone.
Naambia Chaxy nasikia tu.
Samahani.
Kwangi mteja but
Sorry,
nakwanga,
this
the
phone
person
is
you're trying
switched
to
off.
call is not
Can you
reachable.
imagine? He took pictures with Mwass's phone because he had a better phone. Let me airdrop myself and disappeared with Mwass's phone.
Was it a chick or a guy?
It was
Okay,
two
but there were-
babes. It was like 3 babes and 1 guy.
One guy.
So who did you give the phone? The babes or the guy?
I gave the babe the phone, so we took a selfie, and then I think the guy took a photo of us, and it was just a lot. It was
there were a lot of moving
It was
parts.
just around the table.
Maybe
here.
alienda kuziedit. We were like send her an email. Aleta kutafuta siku moja like, hey mazee, hii Photoshop ilikuwa noma.
Mbona nilikana simu yako sana?
I'm so sorry.
trying to figure it out.
Nimekushajia.
We just moved on.
But shout out to all of them. I think we're slowly getting used to the hang of it.
Oh, yeah.
No. It's slowly now it's kicking in. That
Yeah.
portion.
Wanjiru, you haven't said yours.
I think mine is not as crazy as you guys is. Mine is actually sweet. I think earlier this year we had a health scare. And so we were at the hospital. And then we were really anxious and really scared. And then one of the doctors just told us, like, you guys, out of the great work that you do, God can't let this happen to you. So just,
So kind.
yeah.
Bro.
Like it really encouraged us.
Wow.
Yeah, that was so kind.
So like it was like, take heart. Like nothing bad is going to happen.
Mwassa angekuwa hapo tena.
Let me tell you. Unajua, you've started doctors twice, and I've had not a weird interaction with a doctor, but after we started the podcast, I've gone to the doctor for like a checkup underneath. Like, when you get like that weird boil, and then you have to do that awkward thing where the doctor is like, unakuja unasema, why are you in here today? I'm like, I have a boil
Where?
on my thigh, but like up.
Closer up.
And then they just do that. So I'm imagining if they're a checkmate and they don't tell.
Oh my gosh, that's disturbing. No, I'd prefer that.
You know, like
That,
when-
yeah,
don't
that
tell
you
me.
know.
Don't tell me, you know.
Yeah, it's over. Bro.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
Because me, I'm always like, while you're down there for the boil, you can just also like check my nuts. Like, you know, mnadhani Movember ni kunyoa.
Anakuona na shots kwa episode ako like, I understand. I totally understand.
Mimi mazee alafu unajua sasa unakwanga it's the weirdest pose ever because umeangalia juu and then for some reason you have to hold your shot like this. Kisha uko huku chini. Then ako alafu ako like everything seems okay. Imagine akikwambia Sifuna's episode.
I'm walking out, shut down. I really don't care.
I tell you, the next time I'm going to hospital, I'm saying, hi, I'm here to see a doctor. Nikiingia tunaambia, now when you watch it, akisema, you'll understand. Like,
No, but I don't mind. I don't mind if a doctor says that they know me. I don't.
for homa sawa.
I don't mind it.
Unapata ile ya nyuma
Because I'm
inaitwa-
sure most of them are professional. They wouldn't like leak this information.
But still.
But a lot of them do know you. A lot of
But don't tell me, like,
Yeah.
you know.
But you know, doctors are professional outwards.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're also unprofessional internally. Not in a bad way. Like, imagine you're a therapist. When ule influencer albaiji wako njana amekuja kuambia uko depressed. What particular what's going on in your life? Like as a human being, just
Alafu
like,
uko hapo, are you a people pleaser?
na unapost kiwago.
Speak on the mic.
Oh, sorry.
It would just be so hilarious. Me, I think I would be like that as a doctor.
Doctors are super
information
professional. Therapists are on another level of even
Yeah.
confidentiality.
True.
Like I don't know what happened with one of my therapy sessions. Alafu sijui kama aliniambia the son is a fan to my music, and then I'm like, okay, sawa, msalimie. I'm like, no, I don't tell my son who my clients are.
Wow.
Okay, that's
And
good.
Where's your tip jar?
I'd like to add
that's
extra.
really
That's a
good,
proper
you know?
professional.
Or are they using that as a hoax story to just make you trust them more?
So conspiracy theories,
I'm just saying.
Conspiracy to
Yeah.
mob.
Possible, but also some people just do their jobs properly.
Maybe I never did a psychologist, therapist. Nini umefanya mambo ya kichwa? Maybe uko daktari wa bones. Hey, today manaweza kuambia umetoka kucheat na akwambia it's okay, we're going to work through this. Because when pige.
Sitaki ku work through anything.
But it's a calm demeanor that you need to make me understand the steps emotionally before
Let's
the
fight.
physical. Go to Instagram.
But fans are amazing. Some they're really nice.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I've had to learn over time is that I also want us. I'm not creating this for everyone. There are also people that I want in this fandom. And there are people that I genuinely also don't want in this space. So like dealing with haters also has been really up there. Like when we saw you guys posted that picture you posted that picture on Twitter.
We posted across our socials.
Yeah.
And even within, because we also have like a WhatsApp channel. So it's a thing we do. At least once every month, we'll
post like a
we'll
guest.
tell in advance which guest is coming, and then we'll allow guys to ask questions.
Yeah.
So it's random, like 180, anyone. So of course now it can happen. So we posted you guys.
Yeah.
So on IG, very different. Everything is questions. Actually, IG nothing.
And nice questions.
Nice questions.
Nice
And
flowery
no,
questions.
I have some of the ones that I was
Okay.
like, oh, this makes sense for the show. Because there's no point of asking for another
Yeah.
Bro, I think I just went about my business.
Yeah.
I got on Twitter.
Even I was like, what is happening?
going
All notifications, right?
I'm just like, me happen.
But you see now, like our Twitter, it's become a thing. Saturdays, like today, we will post the teaser for Savara's episode that's dropping tomorrow. So we know Leo, Twitter's just going to go
Crazy.
Yeah.
But when you post, this is the first time we posted a picture of ask questions and it just went left.
Yeah.
It's never happened. It's always questions. Yeah. But there was really nice questions. The problem is I tried to sieve through Jana. When I was
You
looking at it,
can't.
like,
There's a lot of-
Haishi, bro.
Like I saw some of them say akiuliza nani ulala side ya ukuta.
Those are fun. Those are funny.
Those were hilarious.
But still as who are they? I remember at some point I was asking us like, what the fuck is going on? But then we realized there's a couple of trolls on Twitter, like bigwigs on Twitter, who asked when walianza.
Yeah.
And then of course it opened
Got to
more.
the audience.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of those are not even checkmates.
Okay.
If you look at the checkmates, you'll get a question.
Okay.
But then it went really
Yeah.
You know,
Bro, even till
There's
now,
another side of Twitter. There's another side
Yeah.
of Twitter.
Kuna side A, side B, side D.
hizo ni vitu hao machokoro alicreate. Hakunanga Twitter hivi, hakunanga.
Ziko.
It's just what they say.
See, it's their pockets too. It's the
Yeah.
pockets of Twitter.
But it's something that people created that doesn't exist. Until now, the popular guys with CG, the nice jobs and nini, and the influencers are Twitter A.
Yeah.
Twitter B are the guys trying to be like them. CG, Twitter C. It's nonsense.
There's a classification.
There's nothing.
Yeah,
Twitter
they
elite,
it
I
doesn't
would say
exist.
elite.
That's too
Because
much.
I've always been a Twitter fan since the days of Kina Murumba. Remember Kina
Murumba.
What the hell
Masaku?
is Murumba, man? You guys know.
comedy.
He does stand up.
Yeah.
He's like the funniest human being.
I know,
that
but
know
I
in
just
this
haven't
world.
seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kina Masaku those days.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Twitter nowadays
So you actually-
may change.
So you
Kuzeeka tumezeeka.
Because we're saying, like, personally,
Yeah.
I stopped reading comments. Squeezy. Mariah reads all the comments and she responds. And
Wanjiru.
you're saying Wanjiru
I
as well.
said,
I mean, it's a thing.
It's a thing. You can't help it.
All of them.
All of them.
All the 600 comments.
Yes.
Like kwanza hizo za Twitter, I think some I went blocking some guys. I was like,
Dude,
this I don't even use Twitter, but this
I don't
I don't interact with you
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
But you know what I respect more? I respect the haters more than the cloud chasers. I respect that
Yeah.
someone who will come and tell you your show is shit, fuck you. Other than someone who will be like,
Who are you?
Who are these?
I know.
Just to
I
like
find that so
comments.
stupid.
Yeah.
Ati they are
Click
Joyride.
the
Alafu
third page,
wanafanyanga nini?
check.
And also, sorry. And also clearly, you're clearly not the person who've asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you
You're
feel
not the
the need to
demographic.
respond and ask who are they?
Yeah.
You're not the demographic.
And it happens even on these
Swells.
concerts and a poster is put out. Naonanga tu msako, ni nani? Akona ngoma gani? I'm like, so you look up or you ask a friend. Kwani
Nataka
unajua
ujui,
artist
wachana
wako?
nayo.
And if
Unaona
does it
hapo,
mean
si
if I don't
hapo.
know them, they're not popular?
Yeah.
Sijuzi I asked you guys who all these.
Yeah.
Like, but on a conversation level.
Yeah.
And then mkaniambia mimba and like, oh, now
You know the songs,
Now
yeah.
I know the songs.
But also, if you don't know from the jump,
Yeah.
interest that inatokea wapi?
Yeah.
Like, why do you feel the need to be
To
interested?
even just keep it
Yeah, just
moving.
keep it moving.
Yeah,
honestly.
so
Keep it moving.
this is what I'm saying, that even as a creator, because for me, because tulianza mziki kitambo, my goal when I was starting was to like please everyone, you know, have everyone as your fan, be this mass person. But with time, I've started to realize that in fact, that's more dangerous because it even becomes hard to commercialize when like everybody it's like you don't have a niche audience. Whenever you have niche audience, that's when now you grow your community. You can organize to nice things. You can do some things that add value even to the audience. So me, I've gotten to that place where there are also certain people that I don't want in my fan space.
Yeah.
So squeeze jalingi what anyone is saying. I just laugh if it's funny. And if it's not funny, I'll block you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
you laugh and block.
Yeah.
No. Like, if it's funny, I'll laugh and wait for more, you know? Yeah. Like, do you follow like James Blunt on Twitter?
Yes, James Blunt is the funniest.
He's the funniest person I've ever followed.
The anchor.
Yeah.
No,
the guy from
You're beautiful.
Oh, why am I confusing with James Smart?
James. My head went straight to James
Smart.
Smart. Yeah.
James Blunt.
You're beautiful.
James Blunt Twitter yake ni kama TikTok ya Savara.
He's so funny.
Hilarious.
Because kuna wase umchongoa lakini the way he claps back. Na pia kuna wase
kama Mbachi.
na kuna wase uongea poa.
So I like that balance.
Hata ukiongea poa bado tu
I'm listening to James Blunt, it's beautiful. I'm me have a new album.
I love it.
Yeah.
But for those guys who genuinely didn't know Wanjiru, I don't think they commented. Those who didn't know genuinely, they're like, I'll find out on the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if these people don't know you. I don't know.
Honestly,
I think they are.
Of course they are.
I think they are.
And it's supposed to be like that
they are.
sometimes, you know?
I feel like I mean not like interact with their content.
Yeah.
But I know
But I
who
know
you are
exactly off the
somehow.
top of my
Ile
head.
ni scout sana. Hata wakitulenga, I know they've seen us.
Unataka kuniambia umekuwa kwa internet 10 years alafu
Ujui Ben Cycle na Wanjiru Njiru.
Jamani.
Sidhani.
Like
I know, I mean not know a lot about you. I don't follow you, but I know. Like
ni
if I saw
kama
you, I'll be
uweke
like,
picha sahi ya KRG msako uzao nani.
Exactly.
You might not even know what is
maybe
last.
hatujui muziki
What
yake,
he
maybe
does,
don't follow
but
him,
you
but
know
don't
that
follow
page.
him.
Utajua hiyo sura.
you know, buga.
Afadhali msaulize ule msa buga.
Buga, you know it's buga, you know. So yeah, that's where me Nico na stories of fandoms and all.
Let's talk about Joyride, the podcast.
Yes,
So I got this from your Instagram. So 2 years later,
2 years later.
6 counties, 20 campuses, 5 live experiences,
Wild.
3,200 plus attendees, 7,000 plus students impacted.
Wow.
And you guys are in your second studio now, right? Because you guys had
The other one fell.
Not too
you guys.
shabby. Not too shabby.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
2 years.
2 years, imagine.
And you've done all these things, man.
Feels wild.
Nairobi ni kuhustle watu wangu.
Yeah.
Nairobi ni
Hashtag
kuhustle.
hashtag.
File returns za 7 figures na kuanga.
Nairobi ni kuhustle. You see, podcasting is still relatively new in Kenya. Yeah. And I think in Kenya, it's one of the most vibrant spaces in Africa.
Yeah.
By the way, to Kombele, I think we're even ahead of Nigeria. Maybe South Africa ndio.
South Africa are way ahead.
Yeah. Try to keep up.
Akina Makjia
And you
are
see,
way
even
ahead,
for
yeah.
them,
But I think also
Chax,
the commercial aspect.
the commercial
Yeah,
aspect,
yeah,
the
yeah.
resources, money is always the differentiating factors
Factor.
between industries of different countries. The reason why Nigerian music is ahead is because of the money there.
Yeah.
Nothing, not talent and all, it's just money. So when you look at Kenya and what people have been able to achieve with podcasting, even with the limited resources,
It's great.
for us, our thinking as Joyride is that like to limit in any way. Let's just go out there. So we go to universities, we teach people about how to create content, how to commercialize, how to grow your channel. And people love that stuff,
That's fire, man.
Because there's so many creatives coming up in university. Like you ask how many people just are interested in the creative space. Like every hand shoots up. I'm like this is information people maybe don't have, but they're very interested in. Yeah.
And you see, nowadays creation is not just for us who are vlogging, and even doctors are now on TikTok. Mechanics,
Everyone.
tailors,
Everyone is showing what
morticians.
Yeah.
You know,
The morticians ones are weird though, but
But more
Everything
to
is
them.
content.
the first time
Everything
you watch,
is
you feel
content.
weird.
when you get rabbit, me there's a day I was on YouTube for 6 hours.
Just watching morticians.
There's this mortician YouTube channel, and I was Samanga ask me all the awkward questions. No, like Mr. Mulza, like when a family asks you, we want our loved one to smile. I'll put you step by step of how that happens. And first, I have to break their jaw here. I have to push this. I put a wire like this. I have to embalm over here, and then I'm like,
And you watched all that?
For 6 hours, bro.
Without getting sick.
hey,
Like not even one worship song.
hapo katikati naekanga ile, but you know me, I love praise and worship. I listen to praise and worship the same way I listen to Soul Soul.
Oh really?
Manza, you know, let me show you this thing. When they
When they hold the wires.
when they do like this, it's gonna be fire. Praise the Lord Jesus. I was like,
That's what gets
you always know the Beyonce of the praise and worship.
Yeah.
Because they usually happen you praying first.
Maverick are coming.
Yeah, and Kirk Franklin. That should
I
be
can
nice.
go for that concert.
Yeah.
As a music concert.
I could go for Maverick.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Let's
Can't wait
go.
to see you guys.
For the music, for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll be
I'm a
there,
fan
all
of
of us.
music.
We must be there.
Wow,
They're really
We must
dope.
be there.
so you were
Yeah.
watching this for 6 hours.
Maybe 7. It was like
Hey,
the
Mwass.
sun came up. Let me tell you.
A whole night.
It was interesting, to be honest. Like, like accident victims, it's usually restructured.
Why would you be watching
No.
that? That's
so
disturbing.
passionate
At
about
night.
that? It's not disturbing.
It's disturbing.
I had to
Yeah,
wait for the
it-
lights.
How
to
many
come.
agree it's disturbing?
I do.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's like step 1 to doing that. Next time Mwass anajiintroduce to you. Checkmates.
Lakini nakona chiwago hapa nje.
Siwezi panda.
Nataka kupewa lift. Ingia hapo ndani usikie seat belt
Tukisikia how to wire your mouth.
Ukienda kutembelea Mwass usiku unapata ni mbuzi uiosha. Uiosha maruna mbuzi peke yake.
Ama nakwambia, this is my house, nakupatia house tour, but niko like, don't open that.
Seriously.
Like growing
Alafu
up,
usiku unasikia
growing up in Kinangop, ushago kwetu ni Kinangop. So there were stories nikiwa mtoto tulikuwa tunaambiwa, because there was one guy who owned all the mathrees in that route. They were called tulagas. In fact, when you go to Koja, you'll see them. They're green. I think now I'm upgrade. So there were stories that there was one time a driver went there early in the morning at like 3 a.m., earlier than usual, and found there were no cars. There were just cows, you know? And then at 6, they turned to be mathrees. And me, I believe that story until like I grew up.
that's what happens ukipanda Bangi place, kuna the best equator conditions. Mali waru inamea vizuri.
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah.
But has it been harder to do both, like personal YouTube and Joyride? Because I feel like you guys have just fully moved to Joyride.
Yeah.
I don't see your content as much.
No, I feel
Huyu
like
ni mangoma tu.
I feel like my personal channel. No, I
done.
yeah, I took a back seat on that one. So I want to focus solely on Joyride. I feel like even in the season of my life that I'm in, I feel like Joyride makes more sense for me. Yeah.
Nice. Me, I'm still doing music. I'm working actually on an album right now. Nice. With Musioka.
Woo. Shout out.
It's just something else. So I'm super excited for that.
yeah.
I hope it will drop this year.
Nice.
Wasanii ushinda wakisema ya.
Let's see.
Nashinda kama my record to drop.
Nakwambia, the album is done, but let's
So
see.
like I have nilitumiwa 2 final songs last week. There were 2 songs that are ready. But kuna zingine kaa 6 bado. Zisha rekodiwa. But bado hazija
kazi.
ziko na kazi. So
I'll let you guys know.
yeah, I'm still working.
When it drop. I feel like I don't know, a few years ago, I feel like I don't know where, but we randomly had a conversation of when you wanted to double with content, and then I think there's guys within the industry who are not very happy about
That.
you look like a sellout. Like unaingia aje content,
Yeah.
music.
Yeah, that happened a lot. So unajua, by the time I was getting into content, I felt like music was such a struggle. By the way, to make it as an artist in Kenya, si rahisi. Because even the fame doesn't guarantee the like
The
you
money.
make money from it. It's different from content, because content tulianza kupata do. Haraka mimi nilikuwa na feeling kana kono watu, you know? Because music you do so much, you get so little. Content you do so
And you
little,
spend
get
so much.
Yeah, you know? So when I started doing content, I remember now I was trying to get advice from like a bit more established people, asking them, hey, I'm trying to do podcast and YouTube and music. Asema, sasa umeanza kuwa presenter. Sasa wacha nikuambie ukishakuwa presenter, muziki imeisha. But mimi nilikuwa like, mimi sijali.
Wako wapi saizi?
Mimi nilikuwa like tu sijali, because eventually now you're seeing a lot of artists start podcasts. And it's like a global thing.
Or even
It's
content,
not just
yeah.
a Kenyan thing. In fact, right now, even in the big labels, it's like you have to come up with like a content plan for your music. I think the days of just dropping your song, is days
unless you're Beyonce.
Tricky.
Beyonce
But even Beyonce would still invest in a lot of marketing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Promote the album at the Super Bowl.
The film.
She'll do the film. I'm sure
That's
in the US she has
content.
imports and stuff. So if Beyonce, who you expect, can just wake up and drop, still invest in
Yeah.
content and
Content.
promo.
Yeah.
Wewe sasa unashindwa wewe sasa.
Yeah.
Lazima
Ndio
uje
utadrop
TikTok.
tu.
Kama Bien anafanya hivi TikTok.
Savara, TikTok ya Savara uko iko poa.
You have to
I really
advertise.
like it.
You have to push
And now you see Savara now alikuwa Savara ameanza enzi za Daddy Owen, amekuja akasurvive the era that they did Gentleman, survive the era that they did
now
Live and
it's
Die in
solo.
Africa. Now they're surviving this era that's of TikTok, and they'll still have more.
Longevity.
That's how you stay relevant.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the new show? I saw the trailer yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask, because I know your guys have been part of the most questions we got is when the fuck is this new project dropping?
Seriously.
Like, then I see the trailer, I'm like, oh shit, because part of the question was like, yo guys, you have
What
to tell me
happened?
a dating
So,
show.
like
Let's go.
last year, I think towards the end of the season, we started to feel within the team a lethargy towards the kind of content we were doing. Like we felt like Ben and I, we've ran out of stories to give people. There's nothing more. Because the structure of the Joyride is based on experience more than it is based on like giving advice on relationships. So we have to live for us to share the experiences. So we felt like we had, 4 seasons in, I've given you all the stories I want the internet to know. Okay. So we were like, what's the next thing we can do?
Try swinging.
When? Oh, that would give us a story. When?
3 more seasons.
Singing is where people exchange couples.
Yeah. Look at how he's like.
That's why if you have to live fast and tell the stories. I'm like, try something new.
Chaxy, are you
Very
dating?
quickly.
No, I'm not dating. Still. Kuna siku Wanjiru aliniuliza hiyo. Nilipata na Lavi ile day. Akaniambia mpaka Lavi zimetoka zote wewe. What's the problem?
Hata mimi I thought you ulikuwa hiyo ni blogger. Unajua ex wako
Kuna yule mmoja amemficha. Kama banki.
So then now we decided, okay, then what do we do next? How do we include Joyriders now to also be part of the show? Then it was like, maybe if we combine people playing the game, because we just launched the game towards the end of last year. So if we combine people playing the game and you get 8 strangers, 4 dudes, 4 chicks, can they fall in love? Can they be friends? What can happen?
Oof, not the Kenyan Nick Lush.
Like,
I see.
and so that's how we came up with Love on the Joyride.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many episodes have you guys recorded so far?
We've done 9
9.
episodes.
Nice.
Those ones are ready actually, but they're ready to even be released. So that was not drop consistently once we
Weekly.
start. But the thing about Joyride,
Once you start. So they have to wait longer.
We'll see.
no.
No.
It's probably next week.
You're treating it like your album.
So like
Kanye mlingojea.
next week we'll release the bios of the participants. So start introducing the participants to the audience. And then the other week, hopefully, the episode drops.
Okay.
Yeah, so because you see, even before we formed the Joyride, we used to do like videos, challenges together with WANJIRU on her channel. But then now we were asking ourselves, what's the sustainability for that? For how long are we gonna do challenges on YouTube? So we were like, let's start the Joyride Podcast. So we've done the podcast for 4 seasons, and the thing that we always ask ourselves is how long can we scale this? How
far?
Without people getting bored and tired of this. So this is now another transition that we've gotten into. So we got guys, they came, they played the Joyride. Now by the way, after hapo kuna wenye walikatiana. Na kuna wenye ni mabeshte. I even see now them wishing each other happy birthdays on their
Yeah, because the group is so vibrant.
Nice.
And
Love on the Joyride.
Yeah.
And why this is interesting is that these people are strangers before they
Completely.
came on the show. Hata si wenyewe tulikuwa, we were nervous, like, man,
8
maybe
people
we
in
were
the
getting
same.
bored people, or they would be awkward, or they would like each other.
How did you select them?
Actually, it was random. I was just asking him, say, by the way, kuna msee anaweza come kwa hii show akam.
Oh, and then they wrote in.
Yeah.
They're like,
Some people were pulling out even the day before.
Yeah.
So you have to find, hey, nani, sunitumie tu ule best yako who is free. and they would come.
Yeah.
Even after day one, there's somebody who
pulled
we had
out.
to call somebody who was just randomly, who apparently alikuwa town, akasema, okay, wacha ni come. And
nakumbuka days zangu za kuwa tau bila phones.
I think
ungeniita tu place yote ningekuwa sawa. Kuna chai.
So wakifanya show, then that's it.
They do
Then
the
they decide kama wanataka kudinyana.
at the end of of the at the end of the season, someone decide like, do I, based on the questions, so not just zile we've been asking throughout.
Okay.
So questions about money, we were exploring how people view money in relationships, intimacy in relationships. Okay. So based on how you answer your questions, you are like, is this someone I could date? Do I click with this person?
Same guys on different episodes.
Yeah.
An entire season.
Yeah.
It's not just a
So and
episode.
alafu now they're answering different themes.
Are they cross-pollinating? Like,
yeah, so like every time like you'd see somebody's view on maybe money, they click, but akileta another subject, they're not compatible.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's
and at the end of the
not gonna
season,
work.
they give feedback. So anasema, but I liked you because of this, but with this,
your values on this, we don't
I'm
align.
not sure. And they did
That
live.
is so dope, man.
Yeah, it was so interesting.
Sure. Okay,
that's fine.
It was so interesting.
Yeah,
that's
so
like
that's the new
16
show.
options. Couples. To economics, need 4 times 4. How many combinations?
It's 8.
No, I'm just saying outcomes can be like 32.
It's
No, it's
Kama mimi naweza date wanne, no one is a date wanne. No one is a date wanne.
I mean, maths sielewi.
You
see how they say like a deck of cards can have 3 million combinations on the shuffle. That's what I'm saying.
Get what you say.
Yeah. Sisi wa
But it will work.
Mimi naweza kamkosho.
I can't wait.
Honestly, this is gonna be dope.
I can't wait to watch
hoping.
it.
I'm excited to see.
It's an episode
the
a week
feedback.
one to start dropping.
Yeah, so we're going to have hopefully, we're going to have 2 episodes a week. So on one episode, you get to enjoy the participants, and then another weekly drop. So hopefully we can drop twice a week. The other weekly drop is now a recap.
Okay.
So we'll be able to explore the themes that were, what people said, what do we think about what people said. So sort of like a recap of the episode.
What's the show format like? Is it the one where you see the interaction, then there's a room where someone is speaking?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
solo
more
shot,
or less
like
a
confessionals.
reality.
Yeah.
Bet.
So you answer, but then there are confessionals. Like, what did you think about what this person said about
I really like
this?
that.
I saw this thing on Twitter. Juicy, some babe was being clowned because she said she eats her pizza with tea.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Then mtu ataka kusema my deal breaker, she's fantastic, she's good with money.
But she eats pizza with tea.
Yeah,
There were those like,
Yeah, too bad.
Swear, draw the line.
it was so interesting.
That's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the new show.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like nipe production
Mi maka-
kazi rahisi.
maka
So,
nilikuwa
kazi
like,
rahisi,
production.
man.
Maka was like, let me go on the YouTube because I was like, there's no way all this is.
Alafu
like,
unajua, I
yo,
think
yo.
what people didn't understand is that it took a lot of financial investment to get it done.
It's a lot
So
of
we
money.
halted everything and we said, let's put everything on this show. So let's do the low cost, which are stories, which just people send in their stories, alafu we react to them. But you see, I think Joyride's tumewazoesha those deep, meaningful, so easy stories were not cutting it for them.
Wanazusha kwa kila episode.
Yeah. But now if we spread the money across all these things, atungeza kufanya hiyo
you
show.
move
That
10%
was
of
smart.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you also have to appreciate people's time.
For sure. And I think also it's nice to keep sort of switching up the show.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, bringing new ideas, new things to the show. It keeps guys going. Otherwise, it can get boring.
Yeah.
Even you guys can get bored doing this.
Even as
Hey, kwanza
creative.
last year, I was getting really
out.
tired. Yeah, I was
Inaanza
getting
kuwa
burnt
job
out.
sasa.
And I was quite like, how many more times can I hear Ben giving this story?
Unajua sasa mnafanya for life. Sasa story zote. Hata ni watu wapya but wewe uko tu. It's like the way my dad the same stories.
Yeah.
Same stories,
For
like
years.
Jesus.
Now you brought your friend. Yeah. Unajua nilikuwa mwalimu like I was in a play. And then my dad is a very involving person and he's telling Ebu mama hapa where tuseme where ndio polisi. I've been a cop so many times.
So the Den and the Nook coming back?
Yeah, so hopefully now after this, we can bring them back because we usually do breaks. So during the break, maybe the Nook and the Den come
Do the
back.
Den and the Nook.
So when you take breaks, what do you guys do?
Imagine you just chill.
Bro, sisi, even those 2 weeks of break, nalikuwa naambia.
Yeah.
Then,
Una record
editing.
tumekawia. I'm like, bro, you know
It's a
how to
break.
Tumekawia tujarecord.
But it's because pia season zetu zingine zinakuwa na intensity mob sana. There was a season we did a gig, we did an EP, a Joyride EP.
I mean,
And there's another one dropping.
Where we did music with Wanjiru. We did a whole EP with.
Na hiyo kazi sifanyi tena.
Yo, music industry.
Alishoot music video moja akachoka.
See.
She didn't know that in music videos you repeat one shot so many
For
times.
10. Nah.
Wachana na kazi.
She hated
Sifanyi
it,
hiyo
you know.
kazi tena.
And then you do the season, you do the campus tours, you do another event. So by the time it's 3 months,
So over it.
you really need to chill. You really need to take a break and just breathe and just come back again.
True.
So that's why you take hizo breaks.
Okay.
Juzi ufanya
Vitu
try
mo.
to take up a lot because for us,
So
we
no
try-
break, what do? You do music?
me go back now to music full time.
So you just do content now? Like now on your page, we try to have content series.
You don't get anywhere.
Try to do
Chaxy,
content.
let's go there.
I'm trying, okay?
Okay.
So that's what we try to do. Yeah. But anyway, ni kuchill too, by the way, most of the time. Ni
and just
kuchill.
recharge.
Yeah.
Kuamka kung'ara.
Because kama hii before his season to take break from December
Yeah.
to the end of Feb.
Okay.
That's nice.
Why do I feel like we were so busy? Because okay, bado mimi nilikuwa na studio. I still do some
Mlikuwa mnajenga
chat.
studio.
Yes,
Looking at your
tukijenga
studio.
studio.
Mnajenga.
Nasikia unasema ni kuchill na bado
Watu take break kufanya project ingine.
do something else.
Then you go back to that project.
But si intensive kama ukiwa in season. Because kama sahi campus to inaanza, hiyo ni kazi like going to be another hectic season. So
How do you guys set up the campus tours? Like you have guys who like will do the venues and whatnot. How do you? What does the organization look like?
Logistics, true.
We just contact the universities.
Directly.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we tell them we would love to come on this date. Then on the date we show up. It starts with hype. We also have some dances. Then Yawera goes on stage also to do some interactions. Then we go, we do like a 1 hour talk. Then the Q&As are the ones that take a lot of time. Those ones will be like 1.5 hours. Then I perform. Then we take
You
pictures
rap,
with
sure.
everyone.
Then you're up.
Then we finish.
I really like your
Nice.
friendship in Mariah and Mwass.
Yeah, those are our
I really
people.
like-
yeah.
We should have,
yeah,
we should have you guys on one of our campuses.
yeah.
Let's do it, bro.
As
Why
in-
not?
You'd
That's
have
the
so
official
much
episode.
Because
fun.
also, because also we really wanna check the pod on the road.
Yeah.
Even so now we are at that stage where we like the pod is probably beginning to make sort of money, but now our next step is fun to invest in equipment first. So we have our own gear, sort of have less expenditure, and then we can like check the pod on the road. So
Yeah.
I'm really keen on uni and even just different towns.
So tuwapigie moja.
And
And by the way, uni are vibrant.
we want to
Start in May. End
May.
of
in May.
May 16th.
Yeah, tuambie, we'll pull up.
Yeah.
We'll come.
That would be fun. That would be very fun.
You'd have so much
Check
fun.
it.
Yeah.
Tuone Mwass pia akuje on stage.
Akuja on stage, achekesha wase. No, let's do
Tukiwa
it.
pamoja si wote ama.
Ukiwa peke yako.
Your own show.
Kila msela time yake.
Fanya tu maji. Keep going, Mwass.
Sasa anakuanga na nyuma intelligent.
Pillow talk zenu mnaongeanga nini?
Just Bible verses.
Tunaomba.
Pillow talk. Mnaomba.
Unajua nyinyi ndio wasipekee sasa mna have sex na God anafurahia. Acha sema God anafurahia. God akasiriki.
Are you sure?
That is not even looking. It's just like,
Not again.
Sawa.
Ako like Mwass.
bruh.
Si Monday uliniana.
Yeah, sex
It's Tuesday again.
Acha
Mwass.
wewe.
It's worship.
I'm celibate.
I don't know. We talk about random stuff. We talk about everything. We talk about people. We talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Drama.
Especially the people
people
part.
part.
Like
Gossip
gossip,
udako.
Like tea.
Hata nasemanga ngoja niende nichukue chai yangu na robe nifanye hivi.
Inaanza.
Like tea yetu kwa hot sana.
Yeah.
So we catch up on everything.
That's fine.
Yeah. Basically, so.
And you've been married how many years now?
3 this year.
3 this year.
Nice.
Kidogo.
No, 48 hours.
Unatoka wedding hujafika home unaambiwa.
Are you guys planning to get married?
I am.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Me,
You?
Me,
Guys?
not really.
Okay.
Like
Like you wouldn't
I'm
even
not opposed to being with somebody, but it's not a must for me. So it's not something that I'd say is a priority. It's something I think about actually. Yeah, mimi niko sawa tu.
Semanga tu hivyo alafu mtu afall in love na sketch Chaxy yako na album R&B. Ya kikisi kwanza. Ya kikisi.
No, sister Mbarambamba.
Like no, but I see myself with someone, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the whole shenanigans.
Yeah.
Is it the wedding or is the marriage part?
I think me is just more of all this what I'd call traditions and ways of how things are
Yeah.
done.
The structure that,
No, like would you do
That's
AAG
structure.
then?
Probably.
Okay. See that's
Like
still a marriage.
but it's not like a must for me. Like marriage, having kids is not something that is a must for me.
Oh really?
Like like I could just live life and without
You'll
being
be
married,
chill.
I'll be fine, yeah. But that's what I'm saying, I'm not opposed to it. If I meet somebody and we're like, we actually this is what both of us want,
Yeah.
of course, why not?
I'll invite you to Love on the Joyride. You will.
What are your views on money? Spend it.
Huyu
What are your views on
atanisotesha.
monogamy? Where? What are your views on kids? I mean,
Well and good if they come.
Mwendazi mmoja atakuwa like, I found him. The one.
Mwendazimu.
Utapatana wote.
What about you? Mwass?
Mwass?
I think particularly marriage is not something I've ever considered or wanted.
Really?
Yeah. Kids, earlier on, I wasn't thinking about it. Now I'm in a very introspective part of my life, but it's still not something I'm gravitating towards.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to having a partner for life, but I don't want to make it a contract, officialize it, whatever. But nje tu ni msa wangu.
Why?
Come and stay,
You don't want to
basically.
commit to one person, ama like
I want
it's
to
not.
commit to one person. I'm a lover boy.
Oh really?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't mean lover boy. Ni venye sitapata mtu.
Silikwambia huyu.
I feel like
R&B.
Ya kikisi
kwanza.
Because signing
na
the
tukimaliza
certificate.
episode mjue lazima mtatuambia vile tutapata. Leo tunatoka na watu.
Maze.
Tukitoka hapa
Kwanza
tunaenda
tunaenda
mniko na 3 steps za
Because like
compliment.
I feel like I was like you.
Yeah.
I wasn't hell-bent on marriage and kids. But I think when I met Ben, I was like,
kind of things sweet.
yeah. So it's like, yeah,
Exactly.
maybe this is
Kwanza
guy.
kuambia
So I like, there could
It's in
be
Moranga,
something.
guys. It's in Moranga. Moranga. It's, I think it's all
Mulanga.
oh, he's also from Moranga.
I'm from Moranga. My dad is
really?
from Moranga. My dad is getting married again.
Niko Molanga.
I'm going to attend my dad's
For the second time, his dad is getting married. Mwass hata na girlfriend.
At a talking stage.
At a talking stage, Anna.
I'm talking stage nimekuwa kadhaa but
Come love on the joyride next season.
I know he needs
Wait,
to.
that is
Yeah.
married again.
yes, so I lost my mom like what now 12 years ago. My dad just
Ole.
got over it 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Ole.
Tulifurahi.
Oh, really?
Sasa alikuwa mloni anaangalia pictures za mamangu. So in love.
When is the Rora show?
Mine.
No, of course you
Of
are.
course, not yours.
Ai, kwani hamna faith in me? You know, I would do a Rora show just for vibes.
Really?
Yeah.
Boss, I don't think you're okay.
Okay. Do you know how hard it is to do a Rora show for vibes? Because you have to convince so many old people to be part of it, to
Just for,
negotiate.
it's only
for
for vibes.
vibes.
And then give
Like, we'll
so
do
much
the whole
money
stuff.
away
For
for
vibes.
vibes.
Yeah.
But see, I'll have the money.
It's such an intense
vibes.
process
That
for
doesn't
those
make
people.
See,
no
my
sense.
need for marriage is it's because it has a lot of like it's like would you sign a job contract as for life?
It's not a job contract.
I'm just asking like a normal contract.
No,
Or even a daily life for life.
no.
Would you sign anything else for life? Because I feel like marriage is the only thing. Like I don't need to do this for you to. Like I need to choose you every day. You need to choose me. I know it doesn't make sense.
And this is the ultimate decision of I'm choosing you every
Yeah.
day. Sign it.
Sign it.
You sign it once, and then you continue choosing.
Choosing
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Na
then,
pia kiisha ni sawa tu.
but sasa unajua ikiisha pia sasa mnaanza mawakili na nini?
So that's fine.
So
Because
now
hata
move
mkienda
on.
kwa AGC ni same process.
Yeah.
Legal.
Me, mine is not the age. Me, I'd love a wedding, maybe not a marriage.
Mwass, hapo hakuna kitu.
But now, let me ask you. So now,
Love them.
What? You would love the wedding?
Hakuna kitu.
sherehe.
Sema, it's giving Salasia.
alafu
What are you
48.
saying?
No, honestly, but I haven't figured this thing out because I've
Okay.
never really thought about it. It's not something that you have sat down and thought that this is how I want a future with a partner to be.
but have you dated for like long time?
Yes,
3 months.
I've done 2 years. I've done 1.5. I've done
2 years.
6 months.
2 years.
We did it with Ben 7 years before we got married.
If you got married,
Yo.
7
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, that's why.
I feel like you rushed it.
You should have been.
I should have done like
But you're former president.
Yeah, hata ndio. Me and I feel like
Yeah.
me ndo nilimweka even more pressure. Sasa now it's time for us
Yeah,
to
to
get
get
married.
married.
Yeah, bado alikuwa
How is it?
bado alikuwa naogopa.
But dating for 7 years, mnafanya nini 7 years?
Tuna
Who
date.
figure out life?
Mnajibamba.
Lutu tulianza after uni.
Yeah,
So after uni, you have
KU.
no
Yeah,
business.
after
KU.
But
You
guys
have
are
no
dating in
business.
KU, no?
No, in KU we are not dating.
Mkikuja KU Raidon pamoja mlikuwa mabeste.
I think that's the time
Yeah,
we had
yeah,
when
that's
started
for
fresh.
Nanza.
Okay. We weren't even
Nani
official
alikuwa
then.
anaringia
But
mwingine?
kuringa.
Nani alikuwa anaringia mwingine? Wewe ndio ulikuwa unaringa?
Young King knows his worth.
Na sasa alikuwa anavaa skinny jeans. Na Supra, na Arafat.
He knows his worth.
I think kudate ikiwa campus maybe ningejaribu because campus had so many campuses was too wild.
Had many holes.
No, not like that. Like kwa bash leo.
Just filling in the gaps.
No, not
Hapo
like that.
annex.
Hapo annex.
Annex. No, nah.
Yeah.
So, apana. I'm happy to lead it towards society.
The end.
Say God's timing is the best.
God's timing is the best. Seasons.
Hallelujah.
And I went to
Ecclesiastes
shift.
1.
Actually, it's in Ecclesiastes.
Yes.
It's time for
Wow.
everything.
I do read the Bible.
Pastor Mwass.
You've read the Bible.
For fun?
My favorite fairy tale, yeah.
But it has historical facts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It also has some.
Yeah, of course. There's stories there
But
that are
I told you
wild.
because I isn't. So 10 years.
Exactly, please.
So 10 years.
Your debate itaisha.
So 10 years. 10 years, business partners, you're married, you live together. Amchoki tu like hakuna siku tu utaki kuwa na huyu kijana.
So business partners officially 3 years
Okay.
since we got married.
Okay.
But 7 years when we were dating, kila mtu alikuwa do their own thing.
Okay.
And then now at 3 years is when we combined. But do we get tired of each other? I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think
You see
so.
this nigga every day.
Like this guy is my
Every
friend.
day.
Like for real, for
I don't
real. This
think
is
there's a
this is my
boy I can
bestie.
understand.
Homie.
Yeah, this is my
Pia wewe tu
bro.
ni cheesy fulani.
Okay, that's sweet.
Ushailala kwa couch.
Dude.
Zee.
Tuzailala. We don't like
Going to bed.
something.
Angry.
tumesema.
Now the swali za marriage.
You've read that, eh?
Advice
What is the
on
law not?
Tunakuwa tuna policy fulani where we try and say no matter how tumekasirishana to see those cut just solve it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you start accumulating small
Resentment.
grudges, resentment.
Yeah.
True.
But that also requires a lot of humility and you drop your ego. So can you ulikosea? Just say so. Yeah. Let it go, man.
Keep it moving.
Yeah. Challenging.
So do you guys get good morning text from each other?
No.
Watenda pige
Ai,
magoti pale.
Chalia Moraga re mkidate. Haiwezi kutumia so much so akikuona.
Lakini
zilch.
unajua uzuri wa sisi title deed zote zitakuwa kwa jina. Me I don't know what kind of love you want. Tunataka kuambia good morning ama tunataka kuambia. Soma hii bahasha.
But then you nakwanga nimeiweka.
That's factual.
Ndio unachoka kwa hizo vitu
There's nothing as
ziko.
good
She
as
doesn't
true love.
even know about those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's more of a texter. So even tukidate, she's the one who texts the good night. Hey, mi nilikuwa na blunder, man. So I guess I'm very good at apologizing.
That's
Juu unajua.
Tunapenda sana. So just have to be good at apologizing. Otherwise,
Wale wangatua sorry. Good night ya jana yenye imeandikwa I miss you, I love you so much. May God grant you good
Sorry.
dreams. Ona amka like ndio na cheki. Kama ume make it, kuna hope.
if God meant it, must because we are way better at communicating.
If Ben made it.
Communication too.
Me, I'm not.
But
the
then
best.
Ben is
But
terrible.
texting
I'm not the best.
No,
texter.
even calls.
Okay.
There are times like Ben atakuwa mteja a whole day. What? And you're like, what are you doing? Why do you need a phone? Like Ben, because there's something he does with his phone. So it's on
Sasa nimeweka
voicemail.
voicemail juu ya tuna record.
So he'll
most
do it the
probably
entire
nikitoka
day.
hapa,
What?
that's how
So for me to
kutoka.
get Ben, I need to call him on WhatsApp.
No, it's just Kwani you guys are just phones people. Like you like calls,
They
text.
have to be online all the time.
Yeah.
Even if it's not online.
Me
like,
for everything that I do,
You
But
have
that's
to
Nanga
have
DND.
your phone on.
No, but you call. Do you like calls or text?
me I'm a caller.
Text me, honestly.
text.
Yeah.
Me I'm a caller for
Mimi-
sure.
I joke around and I say Ben kwa next of kin. Tricky.
by the way,
Sasa hiyo ndio next of kin for him.
yeah, see, jokes.
Tricky.
That's also
I
my
swear.
mom. you
Yeah,
know?
like-
That's also my mom.
Ben kwa next of kin. Tricky.
Even talking about dating and whatnot, I wanna pick something that you guys discussed in a previous episode. Dating older women. Where is the cap?
I don't know, man.
Once it's like,
Let's use our ages.
Yeah.
Late 20s, early 30s.
So like the guy is 20,
29 to 31, let's say that.
I think 29 to 31.
you date a lady who's?
Now, like in a hypothetical situation, maybe 1 year older. Because now feel
Obviously, hypothetical.
I still believe.
Obviously, hypothetical.
Just to clarify.
FYI.
It's going to be a quiet car ride home. Baka ile eyesight ya Subaru inawaka iko like
I want your one.
I can sense conflict.
But uzuri before Sunday, what I thought.
It has
Tenda
to
kulala.
I don't like how you said it. Like, it can happen.
like it could be real. Do you want options? By the way, we can discuss.
Okay. I hear you.
So hypothetically.
Yeah.
I'd say personally, I wouldn't. Maybe if the lady's just 1 year older than me.
Okay.
But anything past that, I wouldn't. I would prefer somebody who's younger.
But is a preference or is it
For me, it's a preference.
Okay.
It's a me thing. Yeah.
So 10 years older than you, is
That one won't work.
yeah.
For me.
Kako na do.
So
How much?
Sema yako na generational wealth.
Are we talking about millions or billions?
I'm talking about she has not looked at a bill for like 20 years.
No, still wouldn't work for me.
For real.
Yeah. What about you?
Me, I've always dated older women. I've never dated anyone younger than me.
Significantly older.
How many years older?
When I say dating, I don't mean that it was work out. Like the one I actually asked, like, will you be my girlfriend?
Really?
Yeah. 2 years is the max.
Oh, 2 years is the
And then
max.
the other one was 1. But not just
That's
sometimes.
not bad.
Yeah.
10 years.
I would. I've tumeenda madates kadhaa and trying to work things out with someone who's like significantly older. When I was like 28, she was like 37. Okay.
Oh, really?
Why didn't it work?
What am good
Ilikuwa too complicated.
Yeah, my way.
Haikuwa, yeah. No, it was just both of us. You know how things don't. You're a puzzle, but so umeangalia huko mimi nimeangalia huko. So tuko tu back to back kama karao.
You? Would you date a younger guy?
Hell no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
At
same.
least
I'm Even me younger
Hell.
guys.
Even 1 year.
Z.
At a 1 minute.
After 1 month.
Z.
Wow,
Sitaki.
Saka birthday yake ni 17th yako ni 18th. Ama who's younger?
Hata
Yako ni
ikwe
17th
December
yake.
6th. Alizaliwa
kama-
5:29 ndizo 5:30.
Wale wa hours
Sitaki.
Haitaka-
Sitaki.
Would you date someone
Chax.
who's 50 now?
No. The oldest I can go right now is probably 40 and
Wewe ni uncle ya mseba.
no, imagine
40
no.
ni sawa.
Dude, I'm turning 29. 40 for me kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Wewe atakupea life advice na utampikia chai mob.
Watch I boil.
Nilikwambia sipendi majani.
Don't worry, baby. I got you.
Me I'd absolutely date someone.
Nipake ile dawa ya
How
mgogo.
older?
How older? I'm even 10 years.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 29 now.
29.
So 40-year-old.
40?
Even 40 I could date someone. Yeah.
Have you ever?
I've never been in like a committed relationship.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind.
Hey, but they on love on the Joyride ungekuwa red flags.
Sina nakwambia mimi hapa.
Bali unajua nini nasema bado kuna roho safi. Ananga mambo mingi.
Msemboa.
Yeah.
Bora
But-
mshiba.
Yeah, but this is my year for real.
This is your year to
Everyone
find
laugh.
out.
In a
It
relationship.
was
Everyone laugh.
January 11th for 2 years. No, we moved it to
It was supposed to
September
be January
10th.
11th, September 10th now.
Oh Lord. On your birthday?
Okay, so
Jokes.
Do you have a specific kind of...
I know a specific.
Please
Bora
give us.
anavaa skirt na napaka lip gloss.
Wait.
Look at the past.
Wanafanya hivyo TikTok size.
I don't have a specific type. I genuinely, I think we're having a discussion. I'm like, shit, I really don't have like a type.
Mimi najua dem yake next.
Wait, so where do you meet chicks nowadays?
Tunajua tu ni dem tu tunajua.
Like,
That's the thing.
Nikuseme.
I've not been meeting a lot of
Nikuseme.
new chicks because I've also not been going out as much.
Okay.
Like 2 years ago, nakwenda nyuma, I used to meet a lot of chicks because I was really outside. I was really
Yeah,
outside.
you're like the most outside person I know. So nikisikia ukisema,
Just imagine I'm
you
not
don't
outside
go
like
outside.
First things, I'm in the gym at 6 in the morning. I started by there, seriously. Unajua kuna
Yeah,
time
nimenotice.
Going under
Umechange.
construction.
It's tough.
So,
Nikuteki juzi niko like, hey.
okay. So, I have to be in the gym 6 in the morning. I have a full day. Mostly I'm doing multiple things at the same time, right? So try to get me to be outside on a weekday kwanza. It's close to impossible.
yeah.
Saturdays, mostly we are here the whole day because that's when we record. Then Sato, depending on like today we have to go support Suda, we have to go support Balo, the Sandwich podcast are recording a live. Look, there's a bunch of things. So you're the yangu meisha. So maybe intermittent say sandwich nini but ni high. Because also to when you meet someone maybe once, twice, then it's possible now. Okay, let's talk. So I've not met a lot of new people. So I meet people, but ni reduced. Kitambo, you bro. Hey. Because I was outside.
There was even one time Chaxy tupeleka kwa an art gallery. You remember?
Yes. Kyoko.
Kyoko art gallery. Yes. Kyoko.
I can't remember what you were doing, but you're the one who took us.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, to from the art gallery. I don't remember.
Chaxy kwa tuna maform.
Yeah, wale sasa walikwambia ati vana kukamia.
Wenda museum.
But the pod has kept us busy, bro.
Yeah. But you guys are doing so well.
Thank you. We used to record on Sundays.
I remember.
You have,
because I remember telling you Sundays church.
Yeah.
So then weekends meenda ni kazi mingi. We've been working around the pod in terms of now personal time. Yeah. Because now there's recording, then now there's post-production, there's
so much.
So how are you gonna find someone though?
I already found someone. She doesn't know yet.
Oh, really?
She doesn't know, but Mimi, I know, but her, she doesn't know.
Identify.
Yeah. Nangoja tu akifika akiland tu hivi niko like.
Yuko Kenya.
Namchukua JK.
Ayuko saizi. But yeah, Jui, but msijali, I got you. Unajua mtu anasamanga
I got you.
This is my year.
Kutafutia dancers ni nini?
Kila kitu.
Achukue Uber chap ajifanye Uber driver. Udema ki request anambia tu Uber driver acha mimi nimpeleke home.
And that's how it started. Yeah. That's how I met your mother.
So I want to take a few let's go to a few questions, right?
Siwaliti kama zile za Joyriders.
Ulifilter?
Tulifilter.
Zile ngumu nitapea Ben. Zile ngumu nitapea Ben.
Atmuongeli Kiamba. Atmuongeli Kiamba wants to know, ask Ben if he still leaves Wanjiru's clothes and hanging lines on Mad. Mbona unachango zake kwa nini?
It was some
Petty king
that I did, man. I didn't think was what I chukulia. That's like your stuff will hit.
Ulienda kanunua nguo zako pekee.
Imagine.
When he got married, niliishi nikimshow. Mimi sipenda nguo zangu zika kwa hang line sana because they lose color.
Yeah.
Because of the sun.
The sun, yes.
Oxidation. Sasa, Wanjiru naye hajalingi juu ya kukaa nje.
Si ati sijali. We were busy.
Hapana, it's just not top of priority. So one time I got home, I was like, yo, mimi nimechoka kushindanga nikikukumbusha kudui stuff. So kama unataka zako zibaki nje, mimi nikachukua zangu, nikaeka kwa hao, nikaacha zake. Zilinyeshewa hata. So it was a petty thing and
we'll apologize before midnight.
Yep.
Actually,
na ulirudi kuanua hizo zingine.
Hapana, alikuwa shazianua bado nimejam.
Uliziweka mali akiingia tu ataziona.
Yeah, so
ulizianua eventually.
No, ulizianua.
Ni mimi.
I think you ni rock bottom too.
Yeah, but hiyo usiku ulianguka kwa bed.
Alianguka kwa bed.
No,
God just worked his magic.
Mungu alali.
Yeah, Mungu wangu alali.
Yeah, uko show huku nifanye hivi kiasi.
God used my foot as an instrument.
I'm just a vessel.
But aliacha.
So you stopped being petty?
Yeah, I stopped. I've come a long way.
Because I saw someone else who asked, I didn't pick it, but just reminded me that ask Ben and see kusema tuulize who's more petty between you and Mwass. Between you and Mwass.
Mwass is petty.
Hey, Mwass can get petty. I think it's just the way he'll say things, but but like he can be very petty with things.
I'm petty. It's Moranga.
It's a Moranga thing.
Molanga is Molanga.
Tunasimama pamoja.
At a married couple. Potentially.
This is my Mwass.
So I'm petty. You've already decided.
Yeah.
Take the crown. Take the crown.
We look for one incident.
I wouldn't say. Mine si mingi. Ni vile tu wenye ukifika tu place flani.
You've had enough.
But sasa like you notice pettiness yangu will pop up once now. Like for example, when I'm listening to music in the car, Wanjiru would say it's too loud. Let's play at volume 10. And then when she's listening, all of a sudden tumepita volume 10. So under notice. Nako like, okay, so
what's the difference?
See, music ni different vile zimerekodiwa.
Hakuna,
Sasa unafunza mwanamuziki.
Thank you.
We men. Hey.
The music is different. Ili mastering are different.
Now, she has a point though. The mastering could be different.
No.
So maybe music is a low quality music, so balance iko.
So once in a while when that happens, I'll remember.
You'll remember. So I'm very cognizant of it.
Yeah.
Nalemba unafaa kwenda utighten tu tap zote, jazz zote kwa nyumba utighten. Kama mmejamiana, akuongelesha na anataka kupika hizi fungua tomato paste.
Nitawache hapo apike.
Ama ndio fungo unajua pale nyuma ya choo hiyo nini ya flash. Ifunge tu. Aseme hakuna maji ukuje ufix jioni utoke hapa na maplumbing.
Kwa TikTok.
Enda pale kwa switchboard hapo zima tu ya socket. Haizi charge simu mwambie tu aende tu hapo enda ucharge simu kwa gari. Hadi utoke hivi sasa. Ulipigwa shock.
Vile wanapanga
na screwdriver mbili hujatumia.
Adjo Hawks wants to know how do they manage their finances as a couple.
Okay, that's deep, man.
Kerry is watching, so we don't have money.
That's fine. So the kidogo money you have,
Ile 10k.
ile 10k mnakwanga
5k, yeah. We have separate accounts, but we also have a joint account. We also have a business account. So business is business. Your business content will come kulan badai. Kitambo, as an artist, I used to believe all
in a mix.
that comes is mine. Then you end up unafilisisha biz, you know. So there's business, and then we have a joint one. Then I have mine. Then she has hers.
Yeah. So what money goes into the joint?
The utilities mostly. Utilities when we are planning to do something big. That goes into the joint.
Okay. And it comes from the individual account.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we all have visibility for all accounts.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you want access,
like if mimi nikiget meter ninaweza iweka hapo si ati inakujanga meter.
Plus anyway mnashinanga pamoja sasa.
So ina depend.
Okay. Yeah. At Moses Badass interview 0 ilienda Juliza Ben Cycle.
Hey, those were the days I started the podcast. Gambo, it was called Psycho Podcast. So your time nilikuwa na look to make it, and then Gengeton was really popping. Now 0 is from the same hood as where I was. So nikamtafuta tukafanya episode. It was so hard finding 0, bro. Hey, straight after me. Karibu hata nimtafute na polisi tu where he is. Yeah, but we did it. Imagine. Did an episode. Ilienda poa. Hata hakuwa naongea sana. Because 0, mazingo mako ni kali. Blessed. Hey, 0 mazungo pia mimi msoa seti mazee nafurahi kucheki hapa. Huku jo. Goda kona sisi.
Ilikuwa nguvu hiyo.
Godha.
Ngemseti kimoja.
What's happening?
Of course I'll come in. I think the funniest that I saw, Jeffrey K. Is there Ben Swimo and Ben Runo to complete Ben Cyco triathlon?
What's that?
Ni account ya Mwass.
Yangu. Ni Jeffrey.
So Ben Swimo, the spam swims. Ben Runo.
Ben
Rano, sorry. To complete the Ben Cyco triathlon.
What's
A
that?
triathlon is guys cycle, they run and then they swim, or vice versa.
Basically msa anajaribu kuuliza tu when mtapata Joyride.
Ni joke iko na effort mob.
By the way, iko na effort.
Ni ugali.
Ni vitu tatu.
I put effort into that joke. Oh, so you didn't get
Ben Rano, Ben Swimo.
Oh yeah.
Like Joyride Junior, like Mtoto.
I don't think it's about a child, Chaxy. I think it's for competition.
No.
It's a triathlon.
Him kuna mafans wengi ma lecturer.
Running and swimming.
Yeah, it's a
Guys,
competition. Yes.
You're overthinking.
Yeah, it's
Cycling
not about
running.
a child.
So basi inamaanisha
Ben Swimo,
Si anaitwa
Ben Rano,
Ben
kukimbia.
Ben Cyco. Like psycho.
So it's a joke.
It's a
Yeah,
joke.
it's a joke.
That's what I'm saying. It's a high
So for
effort.
triathlon-
Tunaona Rastaman alikuwa amedissect.
Rastaman.
Ameenda mbali
Babylon
sana.
system, Babylon.
Hiyo ndio ilikuwa the most researched. Mpaka niliona kwanza hata nilijua.
All on a try.
Kwanza niliona Esther Kazungu comment ya kwanza, then nikasomezwa comment, then I think wasee wali misunderstand me, nikapika hivyo nikalike
Nyinyi wale fasihi mlikuwa mna overthink. Aliamka asubuhi. Stop there.
Angeamka saa 7. Angeamka saa 10. Aliamka asubuhi.
Asubuhi means beginning of a new day.
well, I can't believe
Rasta.
Wow. But that would be fun though. Except mliacha kwenda gym.
Fimo, Bendrano.
Yeah. Like you do an activity because like us we want to do a sports day with the checkmates. Where there's multiple of sports. We don't. I don't talk on a live recording. Just come.
Just have
What's gonna participate?
Me and Mama.
I'm
joking and I already got a plug on Gigi.
Of an
outfit.
I swear.
Would you participate?
And us will participate, but masters are.
Yeah, I know he's very athletic.
Very athletic.
Yeah.
Bro, me is allowed to do anything.
Shut up.
We already appointed you the official mascot.
Anyway,
that's fine.
Maybe a mascot to find a job more.
Mascot unajua kwanza lazima huduma sama ni. Like
When do you do job
I
Bob?
do sama outside here just for the culture.
Powder ina health insurance bado.
Na uweke kwa hii video, uweke kwa hii episode.
Unajua uzuri ni hapo ndani. Watu wataona tu lakini uko ndani haoni. Haoni ukikapitia. Basi ndakole mascot mwenye atembea na mzinga mbili.
Yeah, that's on brand.
Ya shorts.
Ntakavyo de.
Mascot ile belt ya mzinga na mashorts.
Mascot mwenye anapatia wase shots. Unatembea tu. Lakini wase wameenda sports na wapatia shots.
Si ndio mcheze vizuri.
I
mean ndapatia mafans.
JK Turia. To have a successful and spiritual relationship, what traits should one work on having?
Happy deep.
Successful?
Spiritual and successful relationship.
Hey, you're deep, man. I'd say you have to be committed to the cause. You have to be committed to one another, and also committed to what you believe in. Even when like things are shaky and all, you just have to stay grounded to what you believe in. Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, even our faith grounds our marriage a lot. We pray a lot together. Yeah.
Because for me, even when I was dating, faith was a big issue. Like, staki could date dem mwenye.
Deal breaker
not
for
a
you.
Christian, and then now tuna have kusumbuana baadaye, you know. So for me, that for me was a big deal. Staki ufeel kama mimi ni weirdo nikiamka 3 kupray ama
Asking you to be with me.
Yeah, I'm going for fasting. No, sai kuna Nakuru. Yeah, Nakuru is better. Heaven's Gate.
Okay.
Sikuwa ndo apeleka Heaven's Gate.
Did you guys go?
We haven't gone.
I've never gone to Heaven's Gate.
Have you fasted together?
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
See a gym like spiritual.
Yeah.
See intermittent fasting.
Keto diet.
Yeah, food. But I food na feeling I'm the one sacrificing more because she doesn't like to eat that much.
Yeah.
She just
I'm not
doesn't like food.
like yeah.
Tomorrow, baby, you're gonna fast. I'm gonna eat anyway.
I guess.
Might as well pray.
Kadita Phoebe wants to know, so the question is, how are they able to balance being business partners and a couple even when they're not in good terms?
I think that has come with time. Because kama yeye kutoanua nguo yangu, like the next day we were going to a campus tour. I was like,
Was that a big deal?
yeah, it's petty. Like, mbona wache nguo zangu? Like,
But that's a solid one.
from one petty kick to another.
I'm mad I didn't think of that. The next one sasa nitukifua viatu na anua moja.
Tunaishi pamoja umeenda manongo zako peke yake.
Alafu ilikuwa kwa roof. Ilikuwa kwa roof. Si hata kwa balcony lazima upande.
Yeah.
Na uko tu zako, uko na
Gona tena
For the culture.
Sasa hivi viatu chukua za left peke.
Yeah.
But I think now we've learned when it's Jobo, it's Jobo.
Okay.
Yeah, we saw sort of issues before. Kama tumekosana, especially before like recording days. Because I know like for him, even for me, like if we're fighting and we're recording, no one is going to give it their 100.
Yeah.
So we prefer to sort things out first. Tunaitana kando tu. Just when guys are setting up, ebu kam kiasi. Yeah. Then we sort this out.
Okay.
But also, I'm starting to learn something working with my wife, is that sometimes I need to wear the workmate hat. Sometimes I also need to be the husband. So sometimes she might be venting about something work-related, and all I'm supposed to do is to listen.
Yeah.
But as a guy, me, I always come up with solutions. So this is what we are going to do at first. Kumbe saa zingine hataki solutions. She just wants to vent. But me, all the time, I'm my solutions.
Questions when you're still there. So emails inakuanga dear Ben ama dear babe.
Akinitumia.
Ama ukimwambia.
That's a nice episode title. Dear Ben or Dear Babe.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's
Na ndio unajua unaweza kuwa umejamiwa. Jina zako za gava zote.
Mr. Bernard karaoke.
Good greetings ama good afternoon, Mr. Just confirming our recordings tomorrow.
Bashanga Mkuu. When are they hosting WANJIRU on the podcast? it's criminal that this hasn't happened already. She's never been on.
Oh, Wawira, my sister.
Yeah, your sister.
Our sister. I don't think she'll ever be on the podcast. To be quite honest
I've never
with
seen her
you.
do anything, press.
No. Also, I think it just happened like that. Like family, we keep it out of socials. So I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Yeah.
Sitako alipata mtu bede.
Out of socials.
The first time
Family.
Uachana na yeye.
Unyamaze kabisa. Hata mimi nimekata.
Yeah. kabisa.
Red flag inatoshana bed sheet.
I've refused.
Z.
Aya. When Dimboya wants to know, do relationships... Oh, anyway, msalimie. Please say hello.
Wawira or Sharon?
Sharon.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Utamwambia?
Z.
Exact. Thank you.
Salimia hapo hivi.
Ben, ukimwona wewe nimwambie
Nimsalimie
Chaxy
sana.
nimsalimie.
Na tumsalimie hapa.
Namsalimia.
Sharon, if you watch
kwa
this-
mara yake ya kwanza kwa coach.
By the way, akituma hizo salamu.
Aya, when Dimboya...
But akona mtu. So.
Fuck.
Okay, so it's not like you were gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's
so
not like-
sielewi.
Who knows? Maybe msana ni anancock block tu.
Hiyo ni kama mimi nikienda pale Kiambu Motors niseme ile Prado ilienda.
Ati if you were gonna get
After home na 13k yangu iko ile Prado ilienda.
Aya, when Dimboya wants to know, do relationships get boring? If so, how do you deal with that? I think that's general. You don't have to be specific. Yeah, I think
Me,
we
mine doesn't
answered.
get boring.
Yeah, you was.
I don't know about
everybody
everybody
I
else.
think pia ni poa kudate tu best yako pia.
Yeah.
You know, so it's such that even when you're not there as your partner, they're just there as your homie.
Your
like,
bestie.
unakula tu stories alive.
Yeah.
Enjoy company yake. Don't date people you hate. Like, yeah.
How do you define love, guys?
Mzee.
I'd actually define love based on what the Bible defines, which is love is kind, love is patient. Zizo vitu zoka very, doesn't keep a record of all wrong. It looks, zoka cliche, but at the core of it, you really have to make a choice to be kind to somebody when they've really pissed you off. You
be patient.
You have to be very patient. So that means amekukosea once. Yani, you're not always so quick to nini. Love doesn't keep a record of wrongs. No grudges. Do you keep grudges, Mwass?
I don't keep grudges, but I
He never forgets.
the fact that you said but.
Yeah, like
no, I don't keep
anatoka
grudge,
English ingine.
but I will never extend you the same grace or gratitude.
You said boundaries.
Yeah. But now I think for a partner that's different. But at least I'm allowed to bang a plate or two. Najua nimekujamia nikikuletea mai sitaekelea. Utajua sijafurahi.
Yeah, so that's how I define love.
Yeah.
Demi, so this, I just brought it up because I think it's a necessary conversation to have, but I don't agree with the statement. Ask them why they think most modern marriages don't work. I don't think most modern marriages don't work. I don't think that's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm sure the statistics are different.
It's not a
For
fact.
sure.
I think it's just that we're in the digital age where people post a lot of their personal lives.
Yeah.
So when people date publicly, if you date publicly, you have to break up publicly.
Yeah.
There's no two way. Because So because now we can see that a lot, doesn't mean it's not been happening previously. We just didn't have Instagram.
Yeah.
That's true. And also, I feel like the relationships that are authentic and the authentic things that you do to your partner, your first instinct is not to record them. So sometimes a lot of people will never ever see that. They will never ever notice that. So I think hizo vitu ziko and they happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marriages are happy.
I've just remembered something. You guys have told us a story of vampire in one of your episodes. Ule mse mwenye
Kuna Joyride story kama hiyo.
Yeah, mwenye alidanganya Demet Vampire Diaries ilikuwa recorded Kenya.
You remember that story?
Na mse alituma submission yake. Yeah, Joyride story. Msitu alikasema the ex
Was such a liar.
Yeah,
Like,
ati
back a lie that he
Vampire
was-
Diaries was acted in Kenya. Na aka proceed kumpea like reasons
Breakdown.
why
Maybe alikuwa na test intellect.
Damon and the other guy were here.
Kona huyu atueni mbali.
Ogopa huyo.
Believe aje Diamond wachuja.
Vampire Juja. Napanda Super Metro.
Jana we're recording in Rongai at Masai Lodge. And then we're driving back, Jioni, we're like, fuck, bro. There was literally a hyena on the road.
Yeah.
No
And this is a
way.
residential area. It's gates, houses.
Bro, ni manyumba tu za watu. Kwanza there's Nduthi guys
Nduthi
wanapita
guys
tu.
passing.
There's just haina inatembea tu.
Vibes.
Oh, really?
Na ilingoja gari kapita cross barabara cause tulikuwa tu nyuma. Ndio leo kwa.
Bro.
Yeah, Roko kwa wild.
Haikuwa na mbio.
Haiko na mbio by the way.
Enda tu hapo Masai Lodge, maybe niende Kakuota.
Ndeka kwata mahali. Can you imagine how scary that would be? Because kids could be playing outside. Not even kids, even adults too, bro.
Me, I could be walking.
Yeah.
Then I see
Or dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Fall victim.
Because first thing,
So that lioness
kwanza
that
mtu
jumped
atafikiria ni
over
dogi. Simba, hey.
Kumbe.
Not here.
You fear dogs?
Yeah.
Because you're in Texas asubuhi. Kindly, if there's any dogs up, you should see
Zifungie.
the
Do you have
dogs.
dogs?
Zifungie mahali.
There is.
The dog
This
there.
home
studio
is
is
named
here.
after a
The
dog.
studio is not. Yeah, Snowball is actually that. It's a beautiful German Shepherd.
Where are they?
They love
Snowball.
Oh, but it's okay. They can come out after we are
It's not
leaving.
too big.
Snowball is the most friendly dog.
Yeah.
The other dog.
Every
It's
dog
like 7
person
foot long.
says that
I
their
love
dog
dogs.
is the
But
most
there's no
friendly.
I love dogs.
I love dogs.
No.
I love cats. Me love any-
Immediately.
You'll never keep a
Mimi
dog.
nakwambia.
No. Nilimwambia lazima atati.
Oh.
Ukimpatia ikiwa papi ndio zizoe.
I've had all those stories.
But why do you fear dogs though?
But you love Leo.
But Leo can't do anything. Like
And that's
Leo
how
can't-
You want a dog.
And that's
Yeah,
how
this
dogs
one wants a
behave. That's how,
dog.
even if it's a German Shepherd and you are
That's
the
very
guardian,
cute.
it
That's
will always be so
that's
cute.
What
extremely
species
cute,
is
but
Leo?
not for me.
Leo is
Retriever.
retriever, golden retriever.
Retrievers are darlings.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I like Leo.
Also, it's just specific dogs. But these huge aggressive dogs, no.
No.
And like a small chihuahua yenye hata una.
No, those
Like
are
chihuahuas
people
are
jumping.
annoying.
Those ones are the most
Yeah,
annoying.
those
Yeah,
are too
unaona
annoying.
chihuahua unasema wewe wacha bana.
Like for nothing. Like
There's a
shut
friend of
up.
ours who has a chihuahua. Ukiingia kwake inakuanga na maji.
sipendi.
Unaweza kapiga teke hivi.
Yeah, like
That's
Kuna
Bro,
msee
calm
unamsea
down,
ameshika chihuahua yake
easy.
imepigia watu kelele kwa park mpaka akakainua hivi.
easy.
Kakaeka chini.
Na bado kana
we need to stop breeding chihuahuas. That is one dog that just needs to go extinct.
chihuahuas are annoying.
You know the funniest thing I've seen about a chihuahua online? This guy, I forgot his handle, but please forgive me. He said, ati mnaeka chihuahua kwa apartment na mjui zinakwanga na meeting seasons. Akamkututweetia ati zimerarua viatu zote kumbe iko on hit.
That's true, but it's true. Chihuahuas are nasty.
The
Nah.
only reason, the only reason that I haven't still gotten like a German Shepherd is because I need a big space.
Yeah, I think they need space. They need to
Dogs
touch
need
grass.
space.
They need to walk
They need to
around.
play.
They need to play. Yeah.
Then
So like hii area you can have
tutakaa
very
kwa
good dogs.
apartment.
Hapana.
Tutakaa kwa apartment.
Or just something else that even with your platform that I'd have assumed, and this is something that is similar, that I'd have assumed like religious conversation to be safe to have on a platform, but the hit you guys get. Hey,
Even me, I was like, guys.
I see when you guys talk about religion, you go to the comments, and that happens to us. Hey, mimi mpaka tulisema tutalengeza
Yeah, the guys who stopped watching the pod actually.
because
We have them. So like there's an episode we did called Why Christians Make Bad Exes.
I
And,
like that
and,
episode.
and the reason why we were talking about it is a lot of people who are believers would try and use the devil made me do this, the devil made me
To
do
not
that.
take accountability for
Come
your
on, you're
Why
just
did you
actions.
What you say? Wait, what you say?
Like we were just chilling.
Let's talk about it. You know, Satan gets blamed a lot. Satan got into me. No, you got into her.
Una blame shetani na yeye.
Shetani ametulia huko chini.
Alikuwa amerelax.
Anachemsha moto yetu.
Yetu
Kumbe wewe ndo unachoma.
Anaongeza tu kuni.
So basically we're trying to say that you see also a lot of people hide under the mask of religion. You're just an unkind person. It's not that you unaambianga wase ukweli. Because even how Jesus would say it is that you're supposed to speak about it in empathy. That means lazima ujieke kwa shoes au msi unataka kubash kwanza. Before you judge somebody for being a drunkard, you need to understand maybe why and all that stuff. So a lot of people like hiding bad behaviors under the faith. And that's why it brings a lot of heat both on our channel and even on this channel and just
Everywhere.
Are you guys going to, are those things we want to avoid? I'm going to keep covering those on the
we have to keep
They
covering
need
them
to
because
be.
they're part of our. It's part of our life.
It's a conversation that need to be had.
It's part of.
No, me, I'm
who I am.
anti-confrontational, so
Just because I'm a Christian.
like
Yeah.
me, I'm anti-confrontational, so
Just because I'm a
I've
Christian.
actually to see her once, twice. I was like, no, I can live my faith in private.
No, but speaking of Kokoka, guys, I want to know what's your salvation story.
Hey, Shanza.
Let's
laugh
we're going to church. We're going straight to church.
It was a deep dive. I come from a Christian home,
Okay.
so I think I think I was brought up kuzoya a lot of Christianity, but I think around high school is when like now I made the decision for myself. Yeah.
You didn't have a backsliding moment to
Of course I've had that.
Okay.
But you keep on going out, you come in out. Kama Mwass tu.
My backsliding moment was Vibes Cartel. Nilikuwa na cry na nini alafu nikasikia tu coloring book.
God,
Hamna jali kwa
even you.
That Vibes Cartel is
Black or white.
So mimi nikatoa tu za la Guli versus Gaza, bro.
Kotimovado.
Nilikuwa tu doa.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. What about you, Ben?
So mine is interesting because I also grew up in a pastor's home. My dad is a pasi. So sini wale tuliambiwa tukiwa watoto. But Primo, I was a very staunch Christian. You know, I used to fear hell. Like I used to be one of those
Ben
guys.
is not giving this story accurately. Like they used to go to Catoloni.
We have a fact
in
checker
class
here, bro.
5.
Love it.
What's Catoloni?
Catoloni. All right, I have to. Catoloni is like this prayer center
You guys
where
don't know
guys
Catoloni.
go and
I'm
you purely pray and fast.
Wait, is it like this? The new
Heavens. Yeah.
Oh, Heaven's Gate.
So
It's
it's
giving-
like
It's giving Shakahola.
Heaven's Gate.
so
now
they
is
used to
falling.
imagine they used to do that in class 5.
That's wild.
That's
why you're
wild. I
fasting.
think so.
It's
Yeah.
giving Shakahola. What are you guys just fasting and praying?
Even I had that story and I was like, I don't think that was healthy.
You're chilling with the real cardinal. You know, cardinal. hapa.
No, it's in Machakos.
It's in Macha. So what happened is... What happened?
Kwenda kuombea PS2.
Actually, nilikuwa na PS. Neighbor wangu alipata PS1 after hizo prayers, by the way. If I come to think about it.
I really want to hear about this place.
No, what used to happen was, so I went to school in Satellite, Triruta. Wanye now looks a bit better. These days ilikuwa ghetto serious. So to improve my quality of education, my mom took me to kulikuwa na some now tuitions because the free education was now introduced. So classes ilikuwa zimejaa. So quality was just bad. So I went to a private school that was like kamabati that had like 3 rooms. And then this teacher was like, God had told him to start a place to teach kids tuition. So we went there and he taught us really, really well. We were high performers, bana. Si tulikuwa kwa shule ziko in some dingy spaces na tulitoka na 4-5, wengine walitoka 30, wengine 4-10.
It came with religious trauma.
But now on the flip side, like ilikuanga like it's a policy, you have to go to school also on Sundays so that you pray for like 4 hours. And then those people who have demons watatolewa demons. So wase walikuwa na scream. Alafu
Class 5?
This is class 6. This is class 6.
No.
Mnaongea tu kama kawaida ama you have to speak in tongues.
You have to pray. Tuombewa tu alafu pia uanze ku speak in tongues. So during that time ndio tukaanza kwenda fasting in Catoloni for 3 days, man. No food.
Fast for 3 days.
Yeah, no food.
And they're kids.
And you are a kid.
Class 5, you're what? 11? 10?
No,
10 thereabouts.
12, 13.
Yeah.
12, 13.
No, 12, 13, you're class 8.
Because nakumbuka hata hiyo time tukienda huko I saw Rafton I had gone there to pray. I think I'm alitoa mwihulu. But I remember just going to say hi.
Yeah.
So you found other Christians?
Catoloni is always full.
Even now?
Yeah, even right now. Even Heaven's Gate.
Even
Heaven's Gate is never full.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate
So
is
you guys
always
don't know that they're like centers where people just go and
I only know of Heaven's Gate.
So they are
Heaven's
places.
For me,
Gate.
the only place I went and I was like, what the heck is going on? Is that one day I went to a Barasa. Hey.
Yeah, that happens.
Barasa,
But
man,
if you go to this place,
Tunahapa kidogo. I think going for photo shoot. Tunahapa kidogo. Unaenda kwa hiyo bushingine kuna mtu ameshikilia mtu tu hapo. I'm like, hey.
Our mushrooms.
where am I?
Arboretum is even chilled out.
Yeah.
When you go to like Heaven's Gate, it's a nice place.
Is it a
Heaven's
place? Like
Gate.
it's a
Yeah,
location?
It's
in
like a
Nakuru.
hotel even. That one is more posh.
It's in Nakuru, no?
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
Nakuru.
been.
It's in Nakuru. It's It's very nice. You get in. There's no food. People are just praying
It's a
for
hotel
days
with
and
no
days
food.
and days. Yeah, it's like a hotel.
Sleep
like their
accommodation.
rooms, their rooms and all.
Yeah.
Because it's also owned by a church. It's called Winners.
No,
Jesus
I don't
Winner.
know. No.
What's the name of this pastor? I've forgotten his name.
Apostle Kimani.
Kimani.
Yes,
Had
it's
to be
owned by
yes.
Yeah,
That's actually
but it's in Nakuru. Of course, most people there
I'm
are
just
kids.
saying.
The
I
main-
go like,
It's very
just-
cheap.
That's
It's not
real
even.
estate, bro. That's real estate.
It's not
That's
even-
Airbnb.
No.
No, the money you pay there is not even.
Not even enough.
It's like 100 bob or
Yeah.
200. It's very cheap.
It's very cheap.
It's like parking.
No, it doesn't
No.
bring
50,
profit.
50,
It doesn't
50,
bring,
but,
doesn't
how
bring
many people
profit.
come?
It doesn't
But
bring
it's
bring
A lot.
profit.
It's ever like
Doesn't
it's
bring
ever
profit.
full.
Yeah.
Doesn't bring profit. But
How
the
did you
people
know
who are
about it?
committed to pray.
Because one time my sister, the church.
Oh,
that's
okay,
I
got
to
you,
know about
got
it,
you,
but I've
okay.
never been there.
Okay.
So that was my primo. My primo was very it was very deep. I went to high school in Upper Hill. So nimejoin hivi form 1 mimi ndio nasomeanga wase Bible verses after preps mimi ndio nasomeanga wase mimi ndio preacher wase na ambia wase wa repent waanze kusikiza secular
What in the hell?
Like I was saying.
nikawasikiza tu la cray nikafika form 2 nikaintroduciwa to St John's nikaenda nikapata na madem PB
Madem wa St.
madem wa St G madem wa Seto madem yeah
When I met my mom bite and we were broke. I was like, we have to join one club. I've been
actually.
assigned St. John.
I also had to buy that uniform and it was
The
expensive.
total alone was 4-5.
Yeah, that
The badges were like 7,
Bere.
5K.
yake.
You have badges, nini, and then you go for
coolest
camps.
club.
So
Look at how Chaxy and I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know what? No.
No.
I went to school in the bushes.
Just St. John, you go for all fun kids.
Yeah.
If they sports, you're there.
So
And
now-
you don't know any first aid.
All
So now I
cause of
think-
first aid.
So I think at form 2 is when I officially backslid. I was like, this Christian thing is a bit too boring.
Was it because
Kuna
of my
madem.
brother?
Huh?
Was it because of my brother? You went to school with Kifugo.
What class? Class of?
Class of 20... Was meant to be 2010.
Not
It happens to me.
Oh, really?
I think I'll introduce kwa mziki yako.
Oh.
Unajua ufala. Kitambo, I was thinking days.
So like in form 2 ndio nikaamua saa kuwa a bit wild. So I think that's when I started like living life, started catching up with what Nonini had dropped back in the years.
The devil
But
took a
and then
hold of your
after high school I also just got born again, but now this time I wasn't like sikuwa as radical as
I don't think
as
high school ungekoma okoka na guli creeper imetokea.
There's no way we
Kwa
can
sababu now high
Kila mtu
school
anafanya hivi na
high school was very tough. Do you guys remember F2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mlikuwa mnaenda jam session?
jam session.
Shaina.
I know about
Yeah.
me knew about it, but I wasn't
I was not in Nairobi.
Oh, your folks were strict.
Even I wasn't in Nairobi. I was in Kiambu.
Sasa Kiambu
Kiambu ni
kama-
Nairobi.
Hey, bana.
No, my
Hiyo
school
time,
is
unajua
like
Thika Road
really.
imejengwa.
Yeah.
Kiambu Road ilikuwa
Coffee
Moshi
bushes.
Maram.
Deep.
But you know Nairobi unajua na ile Nairobi tuli grow up.
Where did you grow up?
Me have grown up everywhere.
Awongo.
Give us 5 places. Mlikuwa mna-
Nilizaliwa Jerusalem.
Salem.
Salem
2 3.
Si nimesomea hapo Kumadho.
Okay.
Sasa inasema Umadho.
Anaitwa Umato. Ndio tufiche simu.
Tukaenda Uhuru phase 2,
Uh-huh.
then Githurai, then Kawasaki.
Uh-huh.
And Tindigo.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a switch. That's a switch. So yeah, so high school you form 2 a bit chilled. But I still went back to the faith back nonetheless. Yeah.
Till now.
Yeah, till now.
So there's never been a break ever since.
Like a break from the faith. Like, I'm saying, God, I need some time out. I'll be back later.
So like God is understanding kutoka like hata wewe unajua.
No, but I'd say like campus days pia zilikuwa a bit crazy.
can
So
imagine.
kuna zile times zenye tu una trip, but you still come back up.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
dunda Friday, Saturday, but Sunday asubuhi niko sitam.
Nice.
So you try. I think it's also part of growing up.
get
You know,
what
you're
you mean,
trying. You're trying to get both sides. So when you were talking about TSO, na wase kuenda huko kutafuta madem, that was now me now in form 2, form 3, because
Oh, 'cause
that's all we used to care about. Madem, ka place aina
What did you
madem
do for the
atukuji.
camps?
Okay.
The weird camps za kina Gomeri.
No, never. I
I
never
went
went.
for them.
Why would
What?
you go?
What?
For what?
Me unajua
There's some pastor called Ken
Christian
Gomeri.
camps.
He used to come preach in like most Nairobi high
Yeah.
schools, but he was like, so at first guys just knew he was just a stand-up guy, just, preaching word to teenagers. But with time, so we started organizing all these camps, stories zikaanza kutokea. Like he used to sleep with some of these girls.
Are you serious? His name is...
Yeah, Ken Gomeri.
Pastor Ken Gomeri.
Oh, well.
Effect box I do.
What effect is that?
Or it just says, I hate you.
I hate you. So yeah, but just so he got married recently.
Yeah. And I know
Hata
like...
mi niliroll macho kidogo sipotee, but
No, I don't know. But
Zione
What's the
kisogo.
I like, bro.
No, I wasn't touched. Maybe by the spirit.
wait, so you used to go for
So I think I went for 2. So it was during
which school were you in?
Changes.
Changes. Okay.
To Nairobi. Yani mimi kuchora kwanzia Nairobi hivi 20 kilometers. Kila kitu nimefanyika. So we August holiday because it was just a way to hyper home for and then it used to have babes. So like kwanza there's one we went to 500 kids at Kiambu High School. We were like 50 guys and like 450 chicks.
Oh my Lord.
This was not a guy thing at Inenda Campia Christians. And then parents were so excited. Like, Inenda Campia Christians for 4 days, they have like a program. You're going to learn this. You're going to do this. It's going to be like a charity, a ministry, whatever. So I dropped there for 4 days. Yeah.
Did it impact you?
I think at the time is when I was questioning my faith in high school. So I really... Najua ulikuwa unaomba hivi alafu uko hivi. Because you hear what someone has says, give me the strength of the guy who killed 10,000 men with a donkey bone. Like, I'm honest. Like, when they preach, you just call out bullshit. Like when they split us in groups, like they used to say weird things. Like, if there's a hot babe from, let's say, Stato, alafu asema, so it's like 5 pastors they split into groups. Then they say like, Wanjiru, you have to be in my group. Then you're like, that's weird. That's odd. But I can't comprehend it yet. But I think at Form 3 is when I was like...
Something's off.
That's when you decided to part ways with Christianity?
Unofficially.
Okay.
So,
Atarudi, there's hope.
So I became
Lakri akirudi tena.
I'm like, vibes cartel, you should I became an usher in Form 4, but for the wrong reasons. To get privilege for early breakfast and also like not go for inspection. Zile za kuangaliwa kucha na nini, because we used to go clean.
Kwani mlikuwa mnaangaliwa kucha?
Inspection.
Wild?
Like
what?
From colonial school, so they kept
Yeah.
most of the
Okay, even
traditions.
as you tie, if your skirt has a
Matukucha.
zip.
This is
Which
which
has
So what
no-
do? You stand.
You stand like
geez.
this. Unaangaliwa socks
Upuzi.
And some people just come and inspect.
Yeah,
the
if your nails are done, kama your...
Nails.
Yeah, if your
Nails.
shirt
for
is
dudes. Aye.
not that it done, they just have to be neat and clean.
short.
In short.
Yeah,
okay.
so still got
That's
the chapel
intense.
earlier to prepare, and then the parade na take an hour. You take 20 minutes to clean, so 40 minutes to nap. It was like, and then now at that point,
You did your
I told you it
math.
was for the wrong reasons. But then at some point, some pastors used to come. Then I started a rap group. It was just weird, also for the wrong reasons, so that we can use the music equipment to just keep
Yeah.
And then I think after Form 4 is when I was like,
So why did you leave the faith?
nilishindwa kubelieve.
Sorry.
Because it needs a lot of belief that I still haven't found.
So like what, for example?
Like belief to ile like amini.
Or like you don't
Yeah.
believe you don't
Yeah,
believe
like
those,
you
you don't
gotta
believe,
go therapist.
you don't believe those things happen. No, niko curious. No, curious. Every time Nick say Ali move from the faith. I'm always curious to find out why. Because sometimes they have solid legit reasons. So to also understand, because I'm still in the gospel space ministry, it also just informs what some of the things we need to change and how we also need to approach a few things here and there.
I think for me, just I don't want to use the wrong words because I'm not religious, but it doesn't mean that I hate it. I don't understand it or anything. It just, you know how babe say it's just not working out for me.
Yeah.
And then we sat down and had a conversation with God. I was like, it's not you, it's me.
I need to go figure myself out.
I tried, like, I think my logic just overpowered everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand most of the things, as much as most of them make sense. And then the way, like, Christianity is, like, molded in this society or how we grew up, it also, like, goes against a lot of the things that you yourself came up with. Like, let's say, for example, if you're supposed to persecute a certain group of people, or look this way when this is happening, or do this, or be very selective with the scripture, for me, it wasn't making sense. So it just... figured a point, I was like, I'm done pretending, because pretending and the one who doesn't believe.
Yeah.
Same.
So, because I remember the day my dad goes to church up every day.
Every day.
Every Sunday. So
Yeah, that would have been like every day.
Mlango every morning. Because my bedroom, my bro's bedroom, is opposite each other, and my other bros is upstairs. Anaanza juu, bro wangu mdogo anasema naenda. Anakuja kwangu, mimi niko na hangi. Bro wangu mwingine. And now my dad is like very honest. Like, I also have a hangover, but I'm going. And then, so one day I just told him, like, Dad, I don't want to pretend like I want to go to church anymore. I was like, why? Because I don't believe in it anymore. He was so heartbroken. But akasema, hiyo si shida naweza address. Hiyo mtapatana na.
Like, said God.
And then we just told him, like, it wasn't like an argument or anything, but alisema, we.
Utajulia mbele.
Okay, yeah. But I've had my moments of questioning as well.
Yeah.
Not like going back or anything, but I think I've just come to a realization that just human decency and love works out for me. If that ends up not being cutting it, if I get to the other side, then it's not.
Bora ulimbagala bubble.
What about you, Chaxy?
Now, I'm also not religious. Yeah.
You've never been?
I have. So, quick context is I was born in a largely Catholic family. But then, like, my parents were never used to... I don't remember ever seeing my parents in church. Maybe for special occasions or something. Yeah. So we'd go to church when my grandma was around. Because my grandma, every Sunday, church.
No, okay.
Then as we go home, then anaenda kulewa. Then nule mwenye, she's back from a kilometer away. Because that's the shika. Yeah, but she'd always make sure we go to church. So I even got baptized. She made me get baptized in Catholic
when you were
Catholic. Yeah, when I was young, still young. But sasa only when she's around.
Okay.
And then my grandma, she never used to be around. My grandma used to be everywhere, bro. Like my grandma just loved life. So she was never around a lot. So when she comes, we know when grandma's around Sundays we go to church. When she's not around, because my parents didn't care. Then I stayed with my cousins now who were saved. Ile saved, yeah. Praise and worship, then pray before you sleep every night.
Kwa nyumba?
Yeah, kwa nyumba. Always. And then kulikuwa na fasting days. So you'd be paired, age mates would be paired, and then they fast, you close yourself in a room, and then the whole day you just pray and fast. So
how old were you?
I was in primary school, bro.
Okay.
Same story.
Yeah. Then, yeah. And then sasa, when I got to high school, sasa all this time, so when because I was in a boarding school, so when I come back holidays, we do all those youth seminars, whatnot, the whole church thing. Yeah, and then high school, sasa, I was just like, nah, it doesn't work for me. Yeah, but also walianza ku backslide. So it's true.
The retention rate.
Yeah.
Pioneers.
Praying every night, ikaanza tu kuisha. Every once in a while when the firstborn is around, because of course she's elder, and she's around now.
It has to happen.
But when no, squeeze huyu saa zingine anakujanga melewa. So walianza ku backslide. Kanza kudedi, but for me, I think high school was when I just had a lot of questions that never got answered. So I'm not religious. I just believe in the universe and the mysteries of the world that we can't answer, but I just believe in, like, must just be kind and love. Yeah.
Maria?
Ooh. Oh, good.
You guys started it.
Yeah.
You guys started it.
I'll give you the footage.
Don't cut this part.
Goodness. I do believe I go to church. Okay, since we started recording on Sundays, of course I haven't been, but
even before we started recording on Sundays.
No. I actually used to go to church.
Okay.
No. I used to go. Okay. So first, I don't even think anybody knows this, but my dad's dad was actually an archbishop.
Your grandfather now,
yes,
paternal
my
grandfather.
But I never met him.
Okay.
Also, my dad doesn't remember him too well because he died when my dad was very young, but he used to be an archbishop. So there's a church that we actually own that's called New Apostolic.
That you own?
Yeah!
What do you mean?
New Apostolic. So if you go to sides, like on the western sides of Kenya, you'll find branches everywhere.
That's your church?
Yeah.
Branches? Hey, let's not collect sadaka. We don't have a studio.
Untaxed.
So yeah, that's that. Then on my mom's side, they're Anglicans. So we've always grown going to All Saints in Nini, but at some point, my mom started to question, like, because Anglican to some extent sort of has like a vibe that's a bit Catholic, very structured. Nini, you get.
Okay.
So my mom was like, this is not really cutting it for her. So I can like explore. That's how we ended up in Deliverance Church. And yeah, so if to pole, that's just how I started getting more into faith. Then, oh God, Miss Gashie will kill me for this one.
Same. I
have so many files on Miss Kashi. Aizi kukujia aside doing.
Oh my.
So in primary, Tracy and I went to the same primary school. So me, her, and a girl called Vivian. So we had this idea of having like a sing rap group. and we used to write our own music.
But I would see Tracy doing that.
Yeah, so it kind of was a thing till, of course, because she was a year ahead of me, so she cleared. Group Ikadai. So then after that, I think when I got to high school, I was still doing my little thing. But I wouldn't say I've ever questioned Christianity per se. Yeah, I didn't really question, but a lot of things just didn't sit well with me. Like now, for example, when those pastors used to come and you hear stories of how they
The religious stuff.
Yeah. So I was like, this thing for me, kidogo. So I wouldn't say I took a step back, but I wasn't active as. So when I got to campus, I think my third year, something very traumatic happened in the family and I lost my faith for a hot moment. But when everything got restored, now is when I also now got back in line and I've been saved ever since. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Incredible.
That's why.
Diverse people.
Yep. And I think that's the whole essence of life.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone believes different things. Because also, there's people who are just born in Saudi Arabia and they'll just be Muslims.
Yeah.
Because same way you're born in a Christian family and that's why you're Christian. Yeah. So I respect what everyone believes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Just have to love one another and treat each other with respect.
Lakini wale wa ng'ombe kuna question marks.
Wait, there's this guy, Tony Mpole, on TikTok. So he said the way like Christians,
I love him.
atheists or whatever. He's like, sasa, Indian atheists wanaamini hakuna ng'ombe.
Guys.
You guys, man. I'm struggling to laugh.
No, that was
Not a funny joke. I'm joking. That is.
Can you talk about our fun encounters? Hey, Mariah umetupeleka trajectory ingine.
So deep.
Oguna to self-reflect. Spiritual journey.
I'm not ready.
Kulia.
Kwanza show hivyo.
Was it episode 2 where you said like you were not even sure you're going to do episode 2? After you did episode 1 of the Joyride.
Yeah.
That was intense. You hadn't seen the questions before?
We don't see the questions at all.
So when episode 2 was starting, you're like, you guys are not even sure you're going to continue this.
Yeah. That's how Joyride
because sometimes
and it was new. You were new into marriage. You're still figuring things out.
And now we are having these deep questions.
I feel like you're still figuring yourself out, and you have to figure it out on the internet.
And you have to be honest about how you feel and believe.
How long was the hug after episode 1 after Mkat?
Baby, the pillow talk slapped. The pillow talk slapped.
Couple therapy, anything you guys do?
Yeah, 100%. We do.
Nice.
Couple
I highly
therapy.
recommend it, man.
Oh, 100%.
Paint a picture for me. How would that happen? So you walk into a room.
So you walk in, is the therapist.
Amekaa pale na umekaa hapa.
You will make up.
On the same couch.
Okay. So I'll say what I'm going through. She'll say what she's going through.
To each other or to the therapist?
To the therapist. Okay. And then the therapist will pick up patterns, especially based on fear. So utapata maybe Shiro kitu imekuwa kimfrustrate kabisa, maybe ni a certain fear that ako nayo. But venye imekuwa kiproject, where inakukasirisha.
Yeah.
Therein there is conflict. So after that session, what normally happens is that mu end up nikimurumia. Like, wow, that's what was really happening, you know? And that way you get to understand somebody deeper. There's a tip she gave us, and she was like, if every day you guys should set aside 1 hour and just go have a fight or an argument. Every single day. Yeah.
For 1 hour.
Yeah.
By boxing gloves. Msizitumie lakini
like for you 1 hour. So mse akikukosea leo, like seme aliacha cup the wrong place, whatever. Just hold it. Basically unaweza andika. Then at 1 to 2, you guys go fight about it.
Yeah.
If you do that for 1 week, you'll notice in the other week you have nothing to fight about.
Yeah. Still meetings are nothing from my end.
There's nothing.
Just one final line item.
There's nothing.
But I've noticed it's helped us in how we fight.
Wow. That's actually nice.
It will help you because what kills the intimacy, or because intimacy is not just sexual the way people think. Intimacy is
even that emotional
connection. The emotional. What kills it is the small grudges that maybe uli feel alikuwa onesha attitude, maybe una feel nika alikudharau, maybe nika kuchukulia serious, and you didn't voice it out. So they start piling up, and then eventually it tips off as something.
Because I imagine for someone like you who's not confrontational, I'm sure there's maybe a lot of things you could
I'm not confrontational with people. With Ben.
Mangumi.
You don't wait.
It's like Rashkoga Nimeshkaya, everyone else. So I save it for him. Yeah. But in the relationship, I'm very confrontational.
Okay.
Yeah.
But me, I'd say, man, I think even partly, not even partly, mostly why we do what we do is, I think as human beings, we must be very open to have all sorts of conversations.
Yeah.
You know? So even just why I asked whether you do
couples therapy.
The religious conversations is that I know people believe different things, and I have a lot of respect for that and I understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think in Akwanga, if for instance we come on this pod and then we attack what you believe, then I believe that's wrong.
Yeah.
But you getting offended because I was honest about what I believe. It's weird
That's
when you
also
expect
wrong.
me to respect
What
what
you believe in.
You know, so happen to mimi na Nakwanga, like I see, like it's such sensitive. But I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
But then we have to talk about these things. Like it's fine for me to tell you what I believe in, and for you to believe in what you believe.
And we can respect each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a global problem. It's within the religious space, but even just globally, where people might cancel you even based on an opinion you shared, and they can form opinions around just that one opinion. Now, wase wakuchukie, like hata unaweza hata trend based on a specific opinion. Tunaishi kwa, we're living in interesting times where people are so, I don't want to use the word sensitive, but people are a bit intolerant to other people's
Diverse
opinions and
opinions.
diversification and all that stuff. That's a huge problem right now.
Yeah,
Hata nyinyi sijui kama, have you guys shared opinions alafu?
Yeah,
But the thing with us is,
Yeah.
the thing you'll get from us is honesty always. Always. If something
like I
has
wouldn't
to be
say
covered,
this today.
It has
and
to
then
be covered.
tomorrow, if I said what I said, I said what I
So
said.
of
And I
course you
meant
get a
what
lot
I
of heat
said.
for that.
But of course, with room for discourse. You know, you might say something and you believe in it, and then someone might introduce a new perspective that changes your whole.
That was actually my next question. Have you said something, and then with time, your perspective on that thing changes?
Absolutely.
And then like,
Yeah.
And we say
sure.
it.
And learning.
And there's times we even completely don't agree. Even Jana, when we recorded, there's things we were like, this one
know
we leave it
what?
at this,
Yeah.
'cause there's no new information coming in and we won't
Won't agree, so
and
let's
that's
just
fine.
move.
At least we had the discussion.
And there's no value
guys
coming
will
out
say
of
also
there.
guys will give
Chime
us the
in.
input in the comments. That's the beauty of
And sometimes
feedback
it
as
says
well.
like, Chaxy, this is what I was telling you.
Yeah.
Chaxy will say, you see, this is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then,
Still agree to disagree.
Agree.
Yeah.
Our goal is actually never to agree. Our goal is to genuinely know why Mariah thinks the way she thinks and Mwass and why, and then we just
Find
have
out.
dialogue about it. Yeah. So it's not even to agree on anything. Our goal is really just discuss and pick our minds on different subjects. Yeah.
That's how conversations zangu zilikuwa zina happening na religious guys who don't believe in God, who are my good friends. Conversations zetu zilikuwa zinaishanga tu zikihang, you know.
God for us all.
Continue believing continue believing in the mungus or whatever. Kila mtu.
Because religious discourse in Akwanga, you know, like it's simply around just beliefs.
Yeah.
An unbeliever.
Like this guy, because he used to say he doesn't believe in anything, so he's calling Father Mungus because he doesn't. You algorithm believe in vibes and all that stuff. So komezoea control mbaya.
Because I feel like religious discussions, let's say for a non-religious person and a religious person, the thing that you should be discussing is never the thing you're discussing. Because it's faith. You're supposed to discuss faith. But unapata, mbona Noah alieka lion mbili na zikukula sijini.
Exactly.
So now
By the way, that's the point.
Even Islam versus Christianity, it's never about, because some of the teachings are like mirroring.
Yeah.
But you'll find like, why did Siji Muhammad marry a 9-year-old? Siji, why did this? Because the Bible is also history. It's the word of God, but it's also like captures history.
A lot of
it's
history.
okay to, like banter about it, make fun of it, to just get a new perspective. But if the discussion is around faith and spirituality, let it remain there. Because now ukiniambia ati wewe utaenda hell. Unajua tu wewe unaenda hell.
The thing about faith ni when you experience God, experience to God. Outa need vitu mob. It's not something I can give you, or it's not something
have
I
to
can
experience it.
buy for you. It's a spiritual thing. Yeah. So that you can't force that through an argument or through insulting somebody.
Are there things you don't agree with God?
Oh, yeah, there's agree, maybe understand. You know, so many things. Even like, I lost my sister. She was like the youngest in our family. She was prayerful. She was very committed in church.
Yeah.
She died of cancer. That was hard. That was a very hard period for our lives. So I didn't understand what that was. Even some of the things happening in the world, sometimes I'm just like,
Nina happen hapa.
Just don't understand it. But see, I don't even think our minds can understand some things.
Yeah.
Some things are just beyond our understanding.
Yeah.
That's why you end up with the belief.
Yeah. Do you think God is going to give people a second chance?
That's also another question that I also ask myself.
In terms of?
Because he's
Someone
a loving God, and as to forgive, this is what it is.
Ama, you lived the perfect life on earth, you just didn't believe in him. You were kind, you did all you needed to do, blah, blah, blah. You get to heaven, you're like...
But the belief is key, man. I don't think it works like that.
Belief is key, yes.
Yeah.
It's at the core.
Where's Kweti? I'll do everything except believe in
In
you.
you.
And
Like
no,
in that
I don't think it works like
No, I'm not
that.
saying that. I'm saying like a decent human being who's not religious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like it's someone who doesn't go to church, doesn't believe in God, but si ati atukana watu wataiba atafanya nini.
The scripture
How
says
can
you.
you do? Yeah.
The scripture says
You need
kwanza,
to
wewe ndo
believe.
utakudiriti. That's what the scripture says.
I think the scripture
You will
says
be
there.
left to gnash your teeth.
Yeah.
You have to believe. So
It's the
Yeah, we have to
belief,
believe.
It's the belief. So sasa unaona hiyo ni complicated because kuna huyu mwenye hajafanya hizo habelieve but hajafanya hizo vitu mbaya. There's a probability the Bible says you won't make it. And then there's one who believes and he's still not even he's not
a decent human
he's not a
being.
decent person.
Yeah.
And they still gonna make
Na
it.
ule mwenye kwa mob justice alisema I believe in God now.
Yo,
After ameiba
Akigonga stone ya mwisho.
taya ikivalishwa tu hivi.
si ni kama tu ule kwa cross mwenye alikuwa next to Jesus.
Lakini unajua
Lakini
alikuwa na
sasa
mtu wa Yesu, huyo alikuwa na deep state.
anasema ya ukweli.
Utaongea na budangu.
Au mwingine aliongea mbaya.
Exactly.
Si there were two. Au mwingine aliongea
Mwingine
mbaya.
was like,
Kama
if you're the
hakuna
son of
ubana
God,
tunaenda
save
kwetu.
yourself.
Alafu ongea mbaya. Simi nitaenda na mwenye alisema utaongea na budako. Utaingia. That's crazy though, yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for making time.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, this was really fun.
Fun. Me, I have.
I had
so much fun.
fun. Yeah,
I've
I
learned
had
a lot.
fun.
Yes.
I learned a lot too.
Would you guys come back again?
Oh yeah.
Yay!
So you guys are going to come for the campus tour?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
definitely
serious
doing
about
that.
that.
Yeah.
Even us, we're serious. We'll
We want
pull
to
up.
do campus tours also by involving other creators. Sikuwe tu ni sisi.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
bro,
do
yeah,
it.
If you guys
promise
will be
you.
down.
We have our word.
We're down.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
So pull up. Vizuri sana. Na sisi ni vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ni vibe.
It's gonna be a joyride.
Nice one.
Thank you so much, guys. All the
Thanks,
best.
Chaxy.
Thank you for having
Kudos to all the hard work you guys put in.
Thank
and
you.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you,
bro.
guys.
Thanks,
Keep scaling those heights. Keep doing what you gotta do, man.
Thank
Nice to
you.
see you inspire us a lot. and
True.
Proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Anyway, Ben and Wanjiru, episode 157. Who am I?
Over 26. This is
The Bagger Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26. Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.